And we are live, folks. Quick and easy. We're just itching to have some fun tonight with this lovely crew, these castaways. Welcome, folks. Hello, gang. How y'all doing tonight? Are y'all ready to play a little alien RPG?
Uh,
Oh yeah.
are we gonna die?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Well,
die if no one saves me.
Well,
I've been dangling them along little by little, just pulling them slower, so slowly, but
Hey,
yes,
I gave the helmet to the captain.
we'll see. So yes, ready to play a little Chariot of the Gods episode 3. Now I meant to ask before we started though. We were trying to get through all of May, but someone is for y'all to stream and all that. We're right because we're in episode 3 and we're not even halfway through the story. Just so you know. So I want to make sure, as we talked about scheduling and all that, but when we get into the next month, if y'all have got stuff up and we need to if I need to push it along, let me know. I couldn't remember, one of y'all had something coming up for one of y'all shows, if that was true, or maybe I don't remember correctly. So
no, Thursdays I can keep open.
Just making sure. So
Yeah.
I don't want to impact stuff that y'all got going on, in the long term. For the short term, yeah, I'm impacting because we're having some fun. So let's introduce ourselves. You know the routine. If you learned it so far, what we do here on the channel. Say hello to everybody. Tell us who you are, where they can find you on the interwebs, and who you're playing tonight. And we'll go from there. And we'll start off with our Captain Miller.
Hi everyone, I'm Captain Miller on the show here, and my name is Josh. Online, you can find me as Wing to Horizon. I'm mostly on Instagram these days, posting different photos of my homemade terrain and home games, and with all the miniatures and all that fun stuff. So you can find me there. You can also find me playing on Gen Con TV every Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Central Time. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons over there and trying to stay alive on the Isle of Dread.
That is, there you go. Next up is our pilot, Davis.
well, hi, darling creep show. Just your resident creep on Twitch. I play TTRPGs and I paint D&D miniatures over on my channel. You can find me everywhere as Darling Creep Show. Yeah, and I'm that we just discovered that I'm an android. I'm a skin job. Yeah. And I'm not coming to save you, Wilson.
Oh man,
That's funny. I'm actually writing down. I'm gonna find you.
Next up is Rye.
Hello, everybody. It's me, LittleBones309. I have the smallest bones on Twitch.tv. It is, in fact, confirmed. I'm an indie gamer. That's all I do over on my channel is play indie games, and I play TTRPGs around the web. And you can find me all across the internet as LittleBones309. That's me. And I play Rye. I'm your favorite little electrical bean. And I'm just having a time right now, shaking violently, very anxious and nervous. I'm sure it's fine.
Just a tweet. Cham.
Well, I'm Greg. All over the internet, I am Nightsteed, lurking in your Twitch chat channels, probably. And I'm playing Cham. And he's just sitting in a corner counting his rosaries, going, "What? I've been shot at. I've been bit at. No."
He just needs a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Needs a sandwich. So, Wilson.
Hello, I am Durogrex. I'm playing Wilson, the company agent. You can find me on Twitter at DurogrexDND, on as well as on Twitch. You can find me at Durogrex. What I do is on Sundays I run Darling Creep shows and Little Bones 5e campaign. So that's me.
Into Avernus, Descent into Avernus. Y'all are running
Yes,
now.
Descent into Avernus.
All righty, and folks, yes, once again, I'm Duff563, owner operator here on the Predator Rejects, and I lead the ragtag group on our community, and anybody else that wants to come hang out, you know. And tonight, like I said, we are big fans of the Free League systems, and need to learn more of them. And now we're gonna get our juicy hands on Blade Runner because it just finished its Kickstarter. It's going to be awesome. And they missed one of their final what's the term I'm looking for there, the tiers, my god, you know what, the goals, they just missed one of them, so they said, you know what, you're gonna have it, they're just gonna give it out there, you know. So so they 1.3 million, I think is what they raised, something like that. So yeah. So we should get our juicy hands on a PDF here shortly of the rule set and their first scenario for that. So I'm looking for that because we will be running that almost immediately after I get my hands on it here on the channel. But tonight, the first released cinematic episode, Chariot of the Gods, is where we're at. We're in episode 3. Who feels like giving out a little of the recap from last week? They're all silent. Crickets. You know what? We'll make it Wilson. You know what, Duro? We're going to make it you because, you know, if it wasn't for Bones, and I said this to her off camera before we got started, it was her idea when she was sitting there chatting about, you know what, he needs to get just like get in the pod and he ejected out, headed for the ship and all that. And you know what? I caught that in the ear and I ran with it. It was a great idea. It is now it's never happened in the episode, and so you can thank Bones for it, not Creep, because Creep's going to kill you. Okay, apparently, you know. So, all right, but Bones, you know, came up
Remember
with that.
this on Sunday, Duro. Don't forget this.
So tell us kind of what happened last week, Duro. What's going on?
Okay, so for I guess recap, let's see. So Cham and Riot, they had a run-in with a xenomorph while they were in the reactor room, which I think caused the ship in reaction to boot up. But before then, the Montero, it activated its self-destruct system randomly. I thought I could go over there and do something about it, but it did not end up that way. The let's see, what was the ship called we were on?
Kronos. This is the big ship here.
Yeah, the Kronos began to fly away for some odd reason. Davis was still on the ship. Davis got away. I thought Wilson could do something about it, but the umbilical cord between the two ships snapped while Wilson was on the other side. So, in an attempt to get back to the Cronus, Wilson used one of the escape pods to fly over back to the Cronus. And let's see, while that was happening, Captain Miller and Davis, they were trying to get the ship under control, the Cronus. And let's see, and then Cham and Rye met up with Captain Miller and Davis. And at the very end, a group of, I guess, the survivors on the Cronus woke up from their sleep after the power came back on. That's where we ended.
Yep. So we will always call your maneuver the Wilson suppository maneuver because, okay, that's basically, you know, so shot right into the backside of the Kronos. But
the second time I've heard the word suppository this
there
week.
you go. So
What a treat.
it is a treat, right? See, we deliver here. We're rejects for a reason, folks. Okay, we're on the bottom down there. But yes, and I don't. Let's see. I know you're hurt. You passed out. But didn't I give you? Think we got a roll where you were trying to break free. Remind me. Do you remember?
So
Duro, what?
I had woken up.
Yeah.
Captain Miller didn't close the hatch door, so the hatch is still open, and there's oxygen, or my oxygen is depleting. So
Okay. All right. But you do have your suit. You do. You're in a suit though, right?
right,
So there's still that's I think that was why ability to keep you alive. But yeah, you did get pinned inside the pod when you slammed into the side walling area and all that. After the door was left open. Yes, and during that process, as the ship was coming to life, the crew being in the bridge area. Let's come over to that display there. Make sure everybody's got it. Then they discovered a bridge that had been definitely almost completely destroyed. Almost. Few stations that were still working. One of them, the life support, was beeping that there were some pods coming to life. As Mother woke up in this ship, she began to initiate the reviving protocols to bring them back, out of the deep slumber that a pod would initiate, put them in. And yeah, Cham and Rye were running batshit crazy from the alien spacesuit that came to life in the reactor. Knowing that there's a small leak there, you've been hearing as the life support systems were kicking in, and Rye knows that banging noise that you hear from that is coming down deep in the bowels of the ship, where the air scrubber are at and all that. That's happening. So there's some stuff wrong with the ship, plus some relays on the outside of the ship need to be fixed to get the engines in true FTL form, so they could actually. Right now, you're what we would call, and even though it's the wrong IP, but it's for impulse driving. It's you're moving along, but you're not moving very fast. But you were fast enough to get away from the implosion of the Montero that was set off somehow, and put everybody over here on the Kronos. So that is where we pick up the action as y'all were sitting there arguing and trying to figure out what was going on, or discussing what was happening and all that. The voice came from behind y'all. The first was a man in a weak voice, "Who the F are you?" And then there was a smaller black woman that was standing next to him, a little bit more of a bulkier woman, that said, "Yeah, who the fuck are y'all doing on our ship?" And you turn to see these 5 individuals who we now have their pictures on the lovely overlay here that you can see the map. And that where we start things tonight. Yes, you see them. Most of them, they maybe got some partial jumpsuit on or a skivvy shirt. They're kind of pulling themselves together. They look pale, a little frail, definitely, scruffy, as you would expect if you were assuming that they are members of this crew, and have been asleep for what we would have determined, I think, was roughly about 75 years. And yeah, they kind of looking at you, bewildered. And I will repeat again. You have a young man, middle-aged guy. He's the first one that spoke, and then, like I said, there was the black woman. And then to her left, or her right, actually, whatever way you want to look at it, is an elderly gentleman with glasses. He is kind of being propped up, leaning up against another younger man. And then over to the other side of the gentleman that's speaking is a blonde-haired, middle-aged woman. That's it. And they're all kind of staring at you. You're staring at them.
Captain Miller.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Captain Miller is going to respond to that.
The floor is yours, Captain.
She's going to turn around, and so
finally, what are you doing with my pulse rifle? Give me my damn rifle back, or you shoot somebody with it. This is coming from the young black lady.
I'm Captain Vanessa Miller of the USCS S. Montero.
I'm
We're on a
happy
salvage
for
mission
you.
through Wayland Yutani.
The shit
Now
about
it's a
that.
rescue mission. You've been asleep in cryo for 75 years. Everyone thought you were lost. We were here to salvage whatever was left. And I'm frankly surprised that you're
Well,
you were
we are
still
live,
alive.
don't you see it? And the guy says, "Calm down, Reed. Hold on a second." And
One of you
he-
aren't. There's something loose on board. Would you like to get into the bridge right now before whatever is following my
you
two
mean they're
crew right
still
here?
alive? Damn! And
But
they're
it's
looking
still
at each
alive.
other, and this gentleman, he kind of steps up and he goes, "Reed, just clamp it a second. Hold on, I've got to think
Which
for a
one
second."
of you is captain of the Cronus?
And he goes, that would be me, kinda. I guess I'm,
Are you the acting in commander?
I'm an officer now. I'm in commander since our captain is dead.
What happened to the captain? Get into the
Well,
bridge already. We need to close this door.
why don't you calm down? This is my ship, not yours.
Yes, but our ship is now gone. We were sent by Wayland
I-
Yutani to secure this ship because
And
it
that
is
means
now
what
property of
to
Wayland
us?
Yutani.
This woman, she starts moving towards you, and she says,
I
"I
lift-
don't give a shit."
I lift the pulse rifle and say, "Excuse me. Now you're going to use my pull rank. I'm going to pull my rank ability, my talent." I say, "You will stand down now."
You can roll it against her. So
I'm also going to have the pulse rifle. I was like, "You will stand down now."
I don't even know
This
how to
is-
shoot the thing. Pull. So you pull. Well, so you're gonna. It's you're gonna use a command, but you're seeing that they belong to the same organization. She's not your crew member.
It says it's whoever belongs to the same organization, does it not?
Yeah, your crew. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can try it. I'm not saying. I'm just letting you know that you know.
Well,
So
then
you.
I'll just RP it then.
But yeah, so RP,
I was like-
yeah, you would use it on your own, not them. But you're saying that, and she's stepping up, looking at you. You know, she's looking. One, she's a little, bleary eyed, but she's looking for a fight. And you'll see this guy step up, and he goes, "Reed, shit, can it for a second," and he kind of steps up between her and pushes her back a little bit, and she's kind of like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know. And the other ones kind of come up behind her, and they the woman kind of lays a hand on her, and this black woman kind of turns to her and says, you can see there's some enmity there. And he goes, yes, he introduces himself, and he goes, "My name is Johns. Where is his first name? I'm going to forget it all of a sudden. God, yes, I did.
I think it's in the is it in the initiative order?
Well, yeah, his John, but I'm trying to remember his first name real quick, and I forgot it here. I'll get it. I'll pull it up in a second. And he goes, yeah, I took command of the ship after our captain died and all that. But we've had, there were some problems on the ship, and we had to pull an emergency departure from our planet on our mission. Based on all we can say is there's trouble. Yes, we knew there was trouble on the ship. We hope that we would be be able to get back to Anchor Point Station, which is a station. It has been around a while, but
We have no idea where it is from here, though. Right?
No, see that
Yeah,
and they go,
we're
and then you can see
completely
them kind of dazed, and he's holding his head a little bit, and you can see he's tired, and he goes, "Just hold on a second. He looks at everybody. Come inside here a second, and he will move into y'all and go, "God Almighty, what has happened to the bridge?" And Reed
Exactly. We need to secure this as soon as possible.
she just kind of, and you'll see this woman, and she'll come in here. Now the older man kind of gets to come in, and he's leaning heavily against this younger dude. They kind of look more, their scrubs look more medical than like ship work, members and all that. And the rest of y'all are just kind of sitting there watching them, or are y'all doing anything as they're kind of moving in to the bridge area? You're free to move your tokens about the bridge, or
Is Rye able to go ahead and pull out her personal item to try and calm down a little bit.
I would grant that y'all done that while as things were happening here. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
And if you do that, that takes a point of stress off.
Okay, so I'm less twitchy, less vibrating.
That's fine. Yep. Yeah, and they kind of step in, and you'll see them. Older gentleman will come over here, and they will kind of hold him. You doing okay, Doc? You see this young man. He goes, "I'm fine, Flynn. Hold on. I gotta. My head hurts. Damn. How long were we out?"
About 75 years, give or take.
And yeah.
You've been lost in space.
What?
Everybody thought you were lost. Yes, you were a legend. We were launched, well, yeah, quite a long time ago, and we were just sent here to. Actually, we were sent to deliver some goods from our own ship, USCS Montero, which is no longer here. It went into its own self-destruct mode.
Slow down a second. Hold on there, boss. You're going too fast. And John, you see,
we are now part of your crew, and I am the acting and highest-ranking member of Weyland Yutani.
You give a shit about that, and this woman steps up and she goes, "Well, considering I'm a Weyland Yutani officer, you won't take control of anything." And he goes, "My name is Amanda Clayton, and I'm the Weyland Yutani representative on this vessel. So just hold up 1 minute, thinking you're taking
We do have
control."
another one of your representatives in the back bay who just.
Do you know he's there now? Do y'all know he's there? Hold on a second, Miller.
Yes.
Okay, y'all do. Okay, I
Yeah,
can't remember.
he got in touch with Cham, but
And we saw the bleep too.
Cham handed the helmet over.
Okay. I couldn't remember, so that's fine.
But
Well,
I don't think he
I
did
don't
talk to him.
Yeah, but she goes, "Well, I don't see him, whoever that is, right now." So
Well, he's actually right now. He needs to be rescued. He's running out of air in the loading bay of the ship. He escaped our ship as it was exploding.
Well, it sounds like y'all's problem, not ours.
Well, it is your problem because something is chasing our crew as soon as we got on here, and now our ship is gone.
And
I wanted to go home. I was not looking forward to coming here, but
you sure
Mother decided to bring us here. So, John, do you have access to Mother? Because I lost access to Mother as soon as we came close to this ship.
I have my key card. I'm fairly certain I can get it, but Mother will only respond to me.
That's fine. We need to let her know what's happening.
Well, but tell us.
I need to have her orders. Our last orders were to secure whatever was left here and bring it aboard our ship. But our ship is no longer viable. And since you do have a ship, we need to get this running. But first, we have something trying to kill us.
Well, you're the big woman with the gun. I suggest you go kill it then.
What is it? And I look at you, and I look at the medical people. I say, and I look over at Rye and Cham. What exactly has been going on here?
Well, that's a long story.
Maybe you can summarize.
Everybody come around here and just, he says, get over. Let's all get around here and we'll kind of. It's hard to remember because my mind's a little cloudy. God, I'm tired and all that. Even though you said we've been asleep for how many years again?
Yes, you have. You're going to have a little bit of cryo sickness. It's been 75 years. I'm surprised it was still working. All the energy was out. Suddenly it came back on, and our energy went out on our ship.
So they're kind of stepping around the hollow display table. Is kind of just crashed, and it's been.
Is the door still open, or should I go close it?
Yeah,
close the door.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you? So Miller, you're there chatting. Davis, where you're just kind of sitting there, standing. I want y'all to put your positions, in the ship.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching. I'm just watching everyone in the conversations.
Cham and Rye, are y'all gonna just sit there in the corner?
Counting my rosaries, hell yeah.
I'm picking the shotgun back up. I'm holding on. You're not getting that out of my grubby little hands. Not after what I saw.
And so he's sitting there and he goes, "Damn, that is what in the hell?" And he will tell you, it's still a little blurry, but yes, we are the Kronos is a medical research basically laboratory vessel, and also it's medical archaeological research basically, and we were set down on LV 1113 to explore some ruins and do some research of the planet and all that. And Clayton was saying, yeah, it's an archaeological mission, that's all, there wasn't anything medical about it. And yeah, Clayton, but the science team found some artifacts and found some funky looking football watermelon sized spores that were, organic in nature, and brought them back into the ship to study. And wasn't before long that some of the crew members started having violent impulses and reactions.
You didn't follow protocol?
I always follow protocol. It was up to them, wasn't us. We just drive the ship. Wasn't us doing any of the research. At least my crew that's left.
They brought in an alien organic matter onto the ship without
into the research facility. Yes. Well, hey, I don't need you to quit. You know what? If you want to just go find your own ship, you be welcome to leave.
Whatever is here, how do we take care of it?
Well, I'm not sure
apparently
what
it's
you're
in
saying.
the engine room right now.
Well,
by the reactor, and I look over at Sham.
Then I suggest you go kill it.
Oh, it was, but now it's climbing stuff.
So the science team, but I don't know what you're as far as life forms. We had to deal with the crew members slowly, basically going maniacal, insane, and they quickly the science team, as they were working, isolating people, they came up with what we assumed and has been worked for. I mean, we inoculated everybody, have a cure.
Yeah,
we got all inoculated. We all took the cure. None of us are infected once we got it, and so and then ain't that right, Doc? And he kind of looks over to what you understand. This is Doc. We'll identify anybody. This is Doc Cooper. He's one of the scientists that was working on that. And where's Flynn? I made Flynn go away. Oops, sorry. And and Doc comes, yeah, that's right. Everybody that's here's had the shot. We have some left. Y'all, if you're breathing the air in here, then you've probably been infected. We found out that there were these blob things, these watermelon shaped, were basically spitting. They basically were putting out microscopic spores, and we walk through them inadvertently, and you breathe them in, and then over time, you will basically be subjected to it and will go mad and become ultra violent. And I suggest that if y'all have been in this ship long enough, then we probably need to get, I think there's some shots left. Some of the inoculations are still left in the med bay. Hopefully they're still there.
We have a crew member in the back bay. When I was going through the ship, most of the doors were locked. That's why I was asking about if you have access to Mother's key card, because this ship is almost locked down when we got here.
Well, there was no power. Remember that.
Now,
yeah, there was no power. Yeah, well, so you remember, open doors were manually opened, except for the only one that you couldn't get into was what you believe is the corporate suite, which is the Weyland-Yutani reps private quarters. And they're actually I'm sorry, that would be wrong. The doors to where the cryotubes were at. Remember, it was shut from inside. So that's it so far.
One of your
Um.
members is gone. We found them as we were boarding, without a head and scratch marks across the walls.
Oh.
So,
Wonder if that.
whatever it
Wonder if that
is,
is
perhaps
Mondo, the pilot.
great.
Oh.
All right. Well, I look over. This is Davis. She is our pilot and very skilled at what she does.
Okay.
She'll
They're
know how to
looking.
pilot your ship as well as any new ship.
Okay. What's wrong with her head? Wait. That's white stuff. Wait.
There's no white stuff, as she has a bandage.
Well, she's got a little drippage. Remember, she's got a
No,
head wound. She's got a head wound.
yeah, she does have a head wound, but that white stuff was fluid.
What
We were
about
trying to fix
ours?
the bridge.
You're saying they're looking at synth. Where's our synth? Where's Ava? Have you seen another one around here at all?
There's no sin here. She was fixing
She
the deck
had to,
and got
damn it.
sprayed.
Damn it, man. She's probably dead from those things. She saved our lives. She's the one that locked us in the cryo tube chambers, fended some of them, the crew members off.
The sense was in the reactor room.
No, cryo tube. She basically.
No, the
He was-
sense like when I remember
No,
we saw
that's
some
not
kind
a
of white
sen-
fluid.
No, you not in the no. That wasn't white fluid. It was an orange, yellowish, more yellowish
Okay.
fluid. Now you saw white fluid in the vestibule 1 armory area. Something had gone on in there, and you saw there was a spray of it across and kind of dried up in that area, and was kind of when the heat kind of kicked on and the life support kicked on, it was melting. You can kind of see it was being pulled down.
It sounds like if you're talking, you had a synth on board, then I did see quite a lot of synth blood in the armory where I found this pulse rifle. This was all that was left, and I grabbed this before my crew gave a panic attack. We gave a panic alert, and we had to get to the bridge for safety. We have one crew member still stuck out there losing oxygen right now.
Why don't
You know the
go
ship better than we do. Perhaps one of your crew could help one of my crew get there. And I look over at Sham. I'm not even looking at Rye because she looks out of it.
A little better now. I looked
Well, I
at
don't-
my personal item.
Well, they're looking up and said, we're going to need, we're not in a condition to do nothing. We're going to need to we're going to head down and get cleaned up here and maybe get some food in us. Is there anything left over? Maybe there's some K rations that we can get a hold of, but my crew ain't helping nobody do anything. We can barely stand as it is right now. If you've got a crew member dying somewhere, I suggest you go save them.
Oh,
Since you seem to be the one in charge, then and packing
Yes,
all the
and
weapons.
we found the weapons that we could find, and you are the one that knows the ship. So we do need. And I look at John. Do you have someone that you can volunteer for this mission?
No, I'm not volunteering anybody. You go. Your crew's your crew.
And you had a problem on this ship that we were not told about.
That's once again Waylon Utani, and they all kind of look at Clayton, and she kind of goes, "Well, company ship, just the way of the world. I don't know everything always either. They don't tell me everything always, and if there's an alien life form or neomorph, on this ship, then we all better behave and stay together then." But
Honestly, I don't care much about the crew member, but he is an officer.
Can
Or
Ryan
Wayland Yutani.
interject?
she goes, "He's Waylon Utani. Well, I suggest you get him out of wherever he's at." Where is he?
He used an escape pod and launched himself into your loading bay.
The bootay of the ship. Well, not
But
much
currently,
we can
there's
do
no
about
air out
that.
there, and we do not have. And I think I'm still in my suit, but or did I get out of it?
You got you. Y'all might
I
have.
think
You
it-
got your helmets off. Or you. I
When
know
say this,
Davis doesn't have a suit on. Everybody else may still have some of their suits on, but
Like,
yeah, they're
our
running
suits are
out
out
of
of air. We're out of air. So if you know where the supplies are, we need to resupply. We're not prepared to bring a lot of supplies because we were not expecting our ship to just suddenly self-destruct. perhaps, and I look over. You said
Oh,
I
having
look
a
at the
bad
pilot.
day.
Perhaps you and Davis could have perhaps work together to get this bridge going again. And I look over at Rye. Rye, she's a crack mechanic and a crack wire. She can fix any ship. I have full faith that she can get this thing running with your help.
Wow, Captain. So nice of you.
Well,
But
she
while
said,
we're sitting,
go
oh,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say,
No.
while we're sitting here talking about this, Wilson is currently suffocating, Captain.
Yes, and I do not know
Mhm.
how to get back there safely. This crew does.
Yeah, well, you know
I'm not
what?
risking any more crew unless
You're
we
the
can
one-
get there safely.
Captain, you're the one with the pulse rifle. You've got the schematics to the ship. Let's get moving.
I suggest you head
What-
down to deck C, head your back to the main area of the ship and the catwalks, and you'll be able to see. You know, you need to make sure it's pressurized in there if you're saying there's a problem. And now you kind of look over and you'll see some indicators, the life support, systems and all that will say that there's, pressure issues, and, the bay doors are open, and, you're going to have to cut through a junction, because the door, all the sealed doors are shut, and you're going to have to get one open.
Davis is going to speak up and say, she's going to speak up in defense of Miller and look at Rye and say, corporate seems to have made their decision here. And I didn't know that you were so close to Wilson. However, it sounds like there's some sort of infection on this ship. And honestly, I think the more important move here is to get down to that med bay and get something to fix you guys, or we're all going to be dead soon enough.
Rye's going to look back at Davis and say, listen, you didn't see what I saw.
What did you see?
You guys, so y'all are chatting. The medic says, "I will take y'all to the med bay. If there's more serum there, we need to get it in y'all sooner than later, or the spores will, you'll start feeling it internally."
Are you sure y'all don't need a booster shot? Because some of you seem to be a bit, I don't know, wanting to fight.
And they all kind of
Just
look toward
saying.
Reed. Yeah, all look toward Reed, and she goes, "What? You want some of this?" And she, and she go, and John's looking at Reed. Just can it for a second. You're not helping here, okay? Shit can the Marine attitude for a second. Help us here. Let's think. You'll get your rifle back later. Trust me. Okay?
Rye's going to look at Reed and say, I like you.
Well, not many people do. Just deal with it.
Sick.
Okay?
Can do.
Yeah, so.
Look, Rye, if you're so worried about the corporate, why don't you take your shotgun and you go down there and you save them yourself? And let the rest of us try to fix the people that are still alive on this ship.
Rye's going to look at Davis and say, fuck it, fix the ship without me. And she's going to look to the other crew and say, can you close that bay door for me? Can you do that at least?
I have to go look. You don't you don't have controls here that really work really well. So I mean, and there was an explosion. Y'all did open them up. That's right. So you're gonna need some work on it. Looks like you're looking at that. Looks like there's some sensor control issues. The ship took a major hit when the explosion went off. From the Montero, and tossed y'all around, evident for what happened to Davis. So there's some work to be done there. Y'all are all beginning to notice that everybody's sweat. Oh, Indigo Chameleon, thanks for the raid. Hope y'all are doing well. Just caught that out of the corner of my eye. We're doing a
Welcome,
little Alien RPG. Welcome. Hope you had a good show over on y'all's channel, and are doing well. But y'all all begin to notice that everybody's antsy, everybody's getting twitchy, and you're all noticing you're sweating. Beads of sweat have been coming off everybody. It's hot.
I'm going to take my suit off.
And yeah, and Cham and Rye, y'all are noticing you're sweating in your suits, and the temperature there's something wrong with the controls here on the life support system. They kicked on, but the air's not working right, and you maybe knowing what you were hearing of the banging noise that was coming from the scrubber era, something's wrong, and the air's not being recycled properly.
Is this something that Rye would know offhand, or would she need to actually look at it to diagnose?
You'd
the
have to go see
problem?
what's going on. You heard, remember, as y'all were moving through the area and you got closer to the scrubbers, as you and Sham had run through the ship, you heard banging noise, and you're still hearing it, but it's faint right now. Bam, bam, and it kind of echoes through, and they all kind of hear it, and it goes then it dawns on everybody that they're, you smell the air is musty, and it's getting hot, oxygen's not being generated properly, and so that's the heat is going to be issued. So somebody better be looking at, you've now got an oxygen issue, you've got controls issues, you apparently got a crew member that is slowly suffocating in a metal coffin of a pod, an escape pod that's in the bootay of the ship, and yeah, you think you've got an alien running around the ship.
Rye's gonna look at Cham and say,
Yeah, buddy.
listen, bud, one of us has got to figure out why it's getting to the point where we're probably going to start cooking in here. And she's going to kind of side eye Miller and Davis while she says that. And she's going to look back at Cham properly and say, somebody's got to go get Wilson, at least close those doors, because that needs to get pressurized. I think if we can get inoculated as quickly as we can.
I can do that. I can get y'all those.
We need to get some work going on this. I don't know about the rest of you. She's going to look at the other crew and say, I don't know how good you are with mechanics, but I can tell you now that this, and she's going to do this motion and look at the sweat on her hand and say, that's a problem.
Well, none of us. So John says, we can get Flynn, take someone, or at least have some backup with one of them want to go, or Doc. And he looks back to Doc. Coop, you want to go? And Cooper's he's just I just don't feel well, and that's sleep. I need some food in me or something. And he's just kind of leaning up over, and he's an elderly gentleman. He goes, just Linda, I think that one of the med kits down there should be in the cabinet. As you go right into the med bay, there should be some shots left. I think there's enough for them here. Hopefully they're still good. God knows what time will do to the shots, but there's better safe than sorry. Get the rest of them and then get them in them as quickly as possible. And John goes, okay, Reed, why don't you take whoever's going to go with them to get him to the cargo bay and see at least if there's any way to rescue their corporate man. And Clayton says that's probably a smart thing. We don't need a Weyland-Yutani death on the ship. I will review with their captain or pilot, and we'll kind of go over the rest of the bridge here to see what's salvageable, what's not. Does that sound good to you, Captain?
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to get done. Yes, I will. Since you were the last in command, I will let you be in command of this crew. We just need to try to keep ourselves alive and get the ship going.
Once we get going, then I can see if Mother's operational, what's going on.
Let me introduce my crew, so you know who they are.
That would be nice.
I look over. This is Davis. She's the pilot.
You said so before. That's right. Welcome.
And then I look over at Rye and say, "That's Rye. As I mentioned before, she can fix just about anything, except her attitude."
Get right, Captain.
What's up, Longshot? And who's
Sham?
Sham.
Sham, he's our tough man. He can pretty much move anything, get anything loaded, organized. I'm pretty sure he beat Tetris when he was 1.
Hell of a sandwich maker.
Don't say food. We need food. Maybe there's something. We need to get down the mess. Maybe there's something else. If there's anything left.
Is there suits or at least a refill canister for oxygen?
So they will tell
deck?
you, well, you can go to the vestibule 2, which is on the east side of the ship, but you're going to have to put your suits. You basically got to get out of them, and there's cabinets for them, and there's connectors and all that. Maybe they will hook up. Your suits will hook up because y'all's is a newer generation than what they have. You don't know that yet. Only one that's ever seen them is
Jerry Riggs.
Yeah, Miller's seen them, but the rest. But Reed says we can go over here. Follow me. I'll take you over there, and we'll see what's going on. We've got a couple of suits. I think. The question is, are they charged up? Don't know. We'll have to look. But if y'all are just gonna stay in there, your dude, whoever, is slowly dying. Someone better follow me. Yeah, and I'm gonna go check in my cabinet.
Somebody should also see if we have any weapons available that are still viable. Anything protection, food, weapons, supplies.
Well, there anything in the armory, but you apparently have my pulse rifle. There was a shotgun. Maybe that's what Bry's got in her hand. Maybe that's about it. We were a research vessel, not an armed combat vessel.
Speaking of, Miller gave me her.
You have the side arm.
Pistol.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. How do I get that into my inventory?
I've been trying to drag it over since last time, and it wouldn't let me.
So I'll take care of it. Hold on a second. Here, let me. All right.
Also, as an android, do I still have stress points?
No, you don't. You never. No, you androids don't take stress. So you basically. I should have said something beforehand, but when until you're revealed, we tell you have stress, but you never turn it on. Doubtful anybody would ever notice.
Is there a way to adjust my attributes that change? With
you just click on. You can click on the number and change it. Just click once and then hit the number you want it to be.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Let me get my one thing. Let me get the gear. So the service pistol is now gone, and then we give it to Leah. We bring the gear over, and you've got the service pistol now. Then we say you've got it equipped. Now your strength's supposed to go up 3. Is that right?
Yeah, and my agility.
Okay. Nice. So it's supposed to be 8 then. Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
And I couldn't find the Android rules that you told me. Like
I'll copy. Yeah, here. Give me a second. Yeah, they're in the.
Yeah, sorry.
No, okay.
I should have said something beforehand.
Well, if you, I gave y'all access to the PDF that was in the chat.
Right. I was looking at that trying to find it, but the page number didn't.
Oh, it didn't
matter. 111.
Here, I want to say here. Yeah. So, basically for an Android, is that you. Stats go up. You don't have any stress at all. You're not affected by it. And other than that, I don't think there's really anything else that affects you. But we'll get to that in a second. But you got the gun now, so we're good there. So basically they start moving out and going their directions. Who's going with them?
If I got my suit off already, then I'll follow along. And can I hold my patch while I'm walking?
Well,
or do I have to stand still.
Yeah, well, they say, well, if you're going to take your suit off, bring it in here to the EVA suits and we'll get it charged. Don't leave it here in our bridge.
That makes sense.
Rye's going to look up at Cham and ask, are you going to go help with Wilson? And I can start trying to figure out what's going on with these scrubbers.
I think first I look over at Rye. I think first let's all get inoculated so we don't get whatever was happening on this ship, and then we'll get right to Wilson.
No, Rye's she's gonna go get inoculated first. She just wants to know what Cham's doing and what she's doing first. So she has so when they split up, they know what they're doing. But she'll also take off her suit to go get it charged.
Yeah, you go put the suits. You can go put the suits in the EVA, and then Lynn's going. So I was kind of putting y'all in little groups where y'all are going, so we can kind of play this all out. So Cooper is staying. He's kind of leaning up there, and he kind of makes his way over to the life support system to just kind of check on things. John starts kind of looking at sensors. Miller, you're staying inside there, and Davis, I'm assuming you're staying in there also in the bridge to kind of start looking
Yeah,
over
well,
things.
I was.
Start walking.
Is there pilot? They don't have a pilot, right?
No, they do not.
Are we supposed to be heading? Like Davis just speaks up as everyone's walking out of the room. Should we be heading anywhere? Any direction you'd like me to start moving?
Well, where are we? And they're the you know, like John's
Oh,
goes,
that's right. The holo display is all fucked up, so we can't. We don't know where we even are.
maybe Mother can tell us once you get access into Mother.
Okay. Then sorry. I never said that. I'm just going to basically like follow Wilson, or not Wilson. Why would I fucking do that?
You better follow me.
I'm gonna follow Miller and just kind of like have his back. And I'm assuming, are you going to Medbay, Miller? Yeah.
I'm looking at you, and I'm just kind of having you follow along, even though I know
Yeah.
is there any kind of like prejudice against synths in this world?
Some
Or,
people
like, fears or whatever?
Well, yeah, some people don't like them just because they're not
Right.
real humans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know, are we dealing with some racism type towards sense? I don't know how you don't get away from it.
I get the
So-
vibe that these guys, like not our crew, but this crew on the Cronus would actually not mind me because it sounds like their synth tried to save them.
That's correct. They don't have a
So they
problem
would
with it.
maybe be a little more biased towards me because of that. But as far as you guys, I think
Yeah.
it's all kind of up to you guys how you think your characters
Well,
would feel about me.
Flynn's also going to say maybe we can patch you up. You know, if you once you get done here, or whatever, get you down to Med Bay, we can probably patch you up a little bit.
Awesome.
And if one of the pods is working, so
I look over
and
at Davis, whispering, and I say, "I'll let you reveal to the rest of the crew when you want to. It's just this is your
I
thing."
think they know. They know.
We've already
crew.
seen her.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Nobody's seen her. Oh, she's had a
Yeah.
bandage over her head.
No, it's
I
been
still had the
dripping.
fluid on my shirt and
Yeah,
stuff, though.
it
It's
was-
kind of.
We know we rode and noticed.
As your resident electrician, I just want to know what's inside.
No!
Let me play with your insides.
Rye just wants to dissect me. Rye's just creeping after me to the med bay, like, is there some table we could put her on and gut her up?
Literally.
Oh my God.
Let me see what this button does.
Okay, so once again, we got 4 different groups. Who is staying in the bridge area? I've got 2 of them there. So if you're going to stay in the bridge area, just put your token, next to the hollow table. Is that
I was
just
gonna go get inoculated.
okay? Davis, what are you doing? Let's start with Miller. Looks like Miller's taking the suit, but what's your final destination? Miller, what's your plan? Let me ask you that.
I'm going to get inoculated right now.
Okay.
And I just lost my map, so 1 second.
That's okay. That's fine. I'll just send it to you again. Boom. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So you're getting your suits off. Cham and Rye, I'm going to just say, if you're taking your suits off, which you kind of think you need to, y'all have done that, and they're all in the EVA suits area. We're just going to say that. We're just going to play that out. We don't need to RP that any. Okay. So now, Clayton said that they would go check would take anybody down to the Junction 2 area and go down and see if we can find. You got to get down to Deck C to. Well, yeah. Let me just put it this way. She said she's going to head down to Junction C2, and that was where y'all encountered. You had your alien, where y'all got into. She's headed that way. She's telling y'all that. Rye and Champ.
Good luck with the big gross alien thing. ma'am.
Reed's telling me that.
Well, she was headed that way, but y'all catch
Okay,
that
right.
from her. Y'all catch
Right.
that from her. And she goes, well, then let's just go down the stairwell. Stairwell will go all the way down to the catwalk, or right outside the catwalk area.
I'm gonna grab Reed by the back of the arm to try and stop her. And like it's, I would imagine in her panic, it's a pretty fairly strong grip. And she goes, That's where I saw him. That's where I fucking
Oh.
saw him.
Okay, yeah, I'm at Reed and Clayton also. Clayton's the female woman, the Wayland Tiani female rep. Reed is you can tell is ex-Marine that kind of is friends with Johns, and she's kind of you would assume she maybe was some of security or something like that, an ex-Marine. And then Flynn is going to the med bay area. So
I would tell Ride to come over here so we can check our suits.
Your suits are done. Your suits are in. Your
They're
suits are
done.
off. Yeah.
But no, to make sure, because we may have to do something where there's no oxygen.
Right.
But
Well,
you're gonna need to get them charged first. So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So
there wasn't anything charged already.
No, the power's been off, so everything's dead. So what I'll need Rye to make a comm check to make sure that the systems are working in the EVA suits, that you can actually get the suits connected so they can start charging.
You want me to do that right now?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Miller, are we making our way down with Flynn to the med bay? Is that what we're doing?
Well, Flynn says he'll bring the shots back.
Oh, okay.
He'll bring the shots back. He wants to go check on there. He'll go check. He's got to see maybe there's some. He's going to get some some stuff for the doc. Maybe a couple little stems are down there. He wants let me get a med kit.
I really
and all that.
suggest the buddy system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of you have-
Davis seconds this.
Okay, well, who's going with Flynn then?
I'm gonna head down with Flynn. I make
Okay.
the executive decision.
Okay.
I tell Miller, I'm like, look, I got a gun. I'm gonna go down with him. I'm gonna check the situation out, make sure everything's okay, and just follow Flynn down.
Okay.
I trust you. Check it out. Keep us safe.
Perfect. Clayton's gonna go check. She's gonna go get her. She's gonna get some clothes on. She wants her Wayland Utani official. She says, "Let me check my suite," and I think I've got some rations in there. Sub Delta, welcome to the rejects. Reed says, "Who's going with me? We'll go check the. We'll head to the stairwell here, and head down to the outside airlock door and to see what's going on there and see how bad the damage is."
Rye will go with
Well,
her.
Rye did a check real quick and was able to see that the space, the EVA suits and all that will connect in. The connectors are just good enough, and you're not too far off. They can connect, and so you're able to get them in there, and y'all are able to start bumping up y'all suits. So basically, I think that's it. And Miller, what are you doing then?
So I guess I was trying to put my suit away.
Suits, like I said, suits are done.
Okay. Then you said these two are going there.
Reed was going to take people down to the dock. Flynn was going to go get the med kits. And Clayton was going to get into her suite to change into some clothes. She wants some more. She wants her corporate outfit. It's a Wayland Yutani thing. And she might have some rations. And she'll be back in a second.
I'm going to go back up and speak with John then.
Okay.
And at the same time, if I'm able to, can I hold onto my patch and try to calm down a little bit?
I figured all of y'all could, if you could take a point of stress off. There's been enough time. Things have been going on. Yes. So not a problem. Anybody that's got a point, hadn't taken it off yet, we can go ahead and do
3
that.
points.
Yeah, but you got a point. So there we go. Okay. So Miller, you said you're going back up to see John's. Okay. So I got you back up there. Let's start with Reed and Cham and Rye. Correct? All right. So now I can't remember, Miller, when y'all encountered Headless Dude, it was in this hallway. Did you not pull his body into B1? Did you not move the body?
I don't think we did. I think I was going to
Oh,
try to open it to see if he had a keychain.
I guess I thought because I remember I was thinking you were trying to grab it because you were going to pry the suit apart and all that, and I thought
Yeah,
you
and it
pulled
fell
it.
down. Then we saw it was headless, so we're like, okay, we're not messing with
Okay.
this.
Okay. So yeah. So when they come around the corner, yeah, there's gonna be a body there, and they're all gonna, oh my god, and Reed will go, "Mother, that is our pilot, Armando. So, damn, you've looked
Sorry
better.
for your loss.
Damn, he's had a bad day. He lost his head, I see. And so she comes over here and she's punching up and she goes, well, and y'all can hear the bang, bang coming from deep down in the stairwell there. And she goes, which one of y'all's the tech that can figure out the air scrubbers?
Rye will kind of perk up and say,
She
I'll
goes,
take care of it.
well, after you, dear.
Oh God. All right.
So you know
Rye's gonna...
you know from the layout that the stairwells, this just basically is just a shaft. Air flows through it a lot, and there's a ladder going down, and down at the very bottom and above the airlock area where the scrubbers will be, and you can get to another little access panel that you'll crawl into from there that would get into the scrubber area to see what's going on. You know it's typical ship layouts. Even at this
Right.
age, they were about the same. That hasn't really changed.
So are we going, we're not going down one, are we?
Yeah, you got to go down.
Yeah.
You got to go down 2 flights
Right.
of stairs. Yes.
Right.
Jimmy,
Okay.
real quick, could I have passed? I picked up a couple shells of a shotgun shells when I was in the armory. Do you think I probably would have passed that on to Rise? If
That's
she's holding
fine.
The shotgun?
That's fine. That's fine. Yep.
I'm not sure how many there were though. I think
That's
it was,
another reload. It's another reload of shells.
okay.
I think. I'll check. I'll
I
check
hand
the.
that to you, Rye. I give you like a look. Just like take care of yourself down there, and I hand you the shells.
There's no.
Rye's gonna make a face at Miller once he turns
Yeah.
his back.
Case of shells. One reload is what it says.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Reed sits there and goes after you. Show me what you got. Jam's going in first. Cham, would you making your way into the door there? I see Cham moving first, so I thought you're
That's
muted.
fine.
You're muted, dude.
Yes.
Okay, you hit the first door. Second door, you can hear the banging gets louder. You got to go through the second door.
Okay.
Nice knowing you. So you you open up the door, and you stop dead in your tracks, because you see the stairwell, and on each side, so these dotted lines are kind of what you kind of know. They're kind of like air shafts, little ducts that run throughout the ship and all that. Along that wall, which is the one to the east, is an air duct. Pretty big grate. It kind of takes, we'll say it's a good 4x4 grate system that air is flowing through. There is what looks to be a big watermelon type thing stuck in the grate. Kind of like grown in part of the grate and just sitting there. And it's just you kind of see the air kind of pushes through it, and it's got little hair fingerlets, that are on it, and it's kind of flowing. But it's it's just a white green stripe thing, and it's kind of like grown in the grate, like a plant would do, like in a fence or something like that, and it's just kind of sitting there.
I will take a step back and go, Rye, didn't they say something about watermelons and stuff? Because there's something growing in the grate of this ship.
I'm watching chat. Well, y'all are hilarious.
I'm gonna look over at Reed and say, care to explain?
Fuck, I ain't seen that. Looks like one of the pods. Hot damn, how the hell? Well, if that's the case, then that's the last place we wanted to see it, because that means the spores are floating through the whole ship now. I wouldn't touch it.
Cham, back up a little bit, buddy. Come back here into this airlock with me, homie.
Last time we grab one and you grab it too hard, it explodes, and it ain't no sparkle of sunshine coming out of it, I can tell you that.
So it would be bad to shoot it.
Yeah, we burned them. That's some of the ship here. They burned them. Yeah,
Oh,
wish we had. If we only
that's
had a flamethrower.
mm,
God, wouldn't that be
that'd be
useful?
useful. And
Man,
especially,
wasn't Davis supposed to get that flamethrower?
yeah, and as strong as she is, she could have just like one-handed the sucker.
Outstanding.
So is that am I? Yeah, we don't. I don't believe there's one on the ship anymore. They got all used up. Um. Yeah. And
Reed, are these things prone to burst on their own?
if you put too much pressure on it, that was my understanding. But Cooper would know better. He's the one of the scientists that interacted with him. I didn't. I suggest you get out of there and shut that door. But the only way you can probably deal with it is to put a suit on.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yep.
Yep. And the air's getting hotter. So while they're doing that, we go. Clayton goes into her suite and does all that, and Flynn is going to the med lab with Davis. All right. So he goes, yeah, and he goes, you can move in there and you kind of smell, it's the science sector and all that area down there. That hallway has been just torched. And this area's torched, and he kind of steps in and goes, oh, I forgot all about those. And he kind of looks into the room, and he kind of slides the door open. Davis, y'all are in there looking, and the med lab looks like it's been through hell. There are some specimen jars with some of the football looking, a little bit more football size, the watermelon stuff, kind of in them.
Okay.
And there is next to them a metallic urn. It's kind of open, and he goes, "Oh shit, damn it!" And he runs to it. And he goes, "These are inoculations." And he looks, and you can see him over his shoulder. There's 4 organic-looking vials.
Okay.
3 of them are okay. He pulls them out, and he goes, "Oh my god, hopefully this stuff's good." And he pulls out the 4th one, and it's broke. And there's just kind of this black goo substance just kind of pooling at the bottom of the urn and all that. And he goes,
I mean, we only need 3, right?
4.
Yeah, we only need 3, right?
Well, 3 right now. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Davis is looking over his shoulder and just very casually remarks, "What a shame."
And so Flynn looks at it and goes, "Oh, we've got to we got to keep these things cold though, if they're any good." And this thing looks like this urn was kind of oh damn, we got to make sure maybe we can get it working again. I can get it maybe back to the bridge and get this thing looked at, figure out, get it turned back on so that it will
Perhaps your scientists can do this. I'm a pilot. Unfortunately, I have no knowledge in this area.
Yep. And so then he goes, he's looking around, and he finds a med kit, and he grabs it, and he's got some stuff in it. Maybe that'll help the doc. And yeah, you're looking at the jars, while he's doing all that. And
yeah, I'm really curious about all the stuff around me.
So you see these spores, but there's also enveloped in the pod and all that is this creature that is embryonic in state. It's not a face hugger, so you don't have to worry. Those are not what you're not seeing this. What you're seeing is kind of creature. I'm honestly gonna laugh at you, creep. Your little lovely little lady you brought out and showed before stream and all that. It's gonna kind of look like that. It looks like it's got 2 little arms and 2 little legs. Yeah. So I was so laughing that you brought this out. It can fit.
So
in
it's like, is it like the from like the first movie with the little?
Well,
tiny
it's a little
one
bit
when it
different. I was
comes
just
out?
laughing at it as that it's small. It can fit in your hand. It's
Okay.
got spines that run down its from its top of its head way down its back, and you see like a porcupine. It's not spine, but they're pretty thick. But they run in a straight line, almost like a stegos. Like, it's kind of funny, like a stegosaurus in the old dinosaurs that has the plates that run right down its back and to tail. Well, this thing's got these spine plates that run, from the back of its head down its back. And it's got a little tail, and little arms and little legs.
Is it clearly dead in the?
Yeah, it's clear. Oh
specimen
yeah,
though?
it's mainly in skeletal form or what's left of it. There's two of them that are in there, and he kind of goes, "Yeah, I think our other doc was trying to remove these from those that were infected. They were they infected their brains." They grow inside the
How
heads.
so?
What drove
And
everybody
and
mad.
you say it all started from spores?
We think the spores, but I gotta tell you, there was also this vial. This is the goo. This is some of the stuff that they found on the planet, and they were experimenting with. They don't know what it is, but it was.
Wait,
best
is
if
he
it's-
saying that like talking about like the vials we're about
Yeah.
to pump into our people?
Well, yeah. So he goes, they made it. Yeah. So he he kind of is the stuff. He goes, he points to the black one. Now the other tubes have got the noggin, but the one that's black is kind of looks like it's reverted back, but it's not supposed to be. The other ones are not black. They're flare of different colors in them and all that you can kind of see in the little vial.
But the broken one
It's
looks
turned
like
black.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And and one other little jar is these all up against it's a smaller jar. It's kind of behind the other two, and he moves it back and he goes, "Yeah, and those are the motes that they kind of grow. We think they grow inside you first, within spawn or give birth. They gestate inside the lungs and in the spinal system, and." What you see are like little bitty mini watermelon deals, but they're kind of all different little shapes and sizes, but they're really small, and they start off microscopic and they just begin to grow inside you. And there's this jar's kind of full of them just sitting there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
I look to Flynn and I like point to my head and I say to him, you said you have some way of maybe fixing this down here.
Oh, he kind of looks at you. Well, we come look at the med pods, and he comes in here and he stops and he goes, "Oh no, oh that's just gross." And you look, and in this room is where two med pods are supposed to be.
Okay.
And they are, they're older generation med pods that you would sit in, and they do their bot arms come out, and they can heal people, and they can pressurize, and medicine that we don't.
I'm visualizing the one from Prometheus right now.
That's basically it, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, one of its plexiglass, the tube is splintered and shattered outward, not inward. Okay, outward. The other is sealed and it's lit now because of power, but the whole surface of the plexiglass is just red. And it's
like
red on the
inside. Like something
yes.
exploded in
yes.
there. Okay.
Yes. Very much so. And he
Davis
goes,
walks up to the one that's like exploded and kind of gives it a look, and she says, looks like one of those little pals from the other room, huh?
I don't know. And they move up to, he said, "Be careful." Well, oh, that's right. You're a synth. Well, don't, well, make sure I don't touch that, because God knows what's growing on the broken one. He kind of keeps his hands away from it. And then he goes to the other one, and he's like, kind of is trying to rub off, but is, just because he's not thinking, he's thinking he would be able to rub off some of the red. He goes, "I think there's something in here." And
I'm gonna put my ear up to the glass and like see if I hear anything in there. If there's anything like still alive inside the med pod.
No, you don't hear anything. No, nothing's moving. Breathing.
I ask him, you think it's still functioning? Can we open it?
Well, yeah, I want to be, yeah, possibly, but it's going to have to be cleaned. God, because I wouldn't want to sit in that thing. But we can try it if you want to. I, I'm going to need some help to lift off the lid.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to know. I wouldn't
All right.
mind getting this fixed
Okay.
up on my head. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't want my crewmates to be alarmed by me.
So yeah, he kind of punches a few buttons and it, you know, thinking it was going to pop open and it sticks and all that. And so y'all both get in there and give me a you use your strength actually. Lee Davis, the synth has got some major strength in there. Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, could you scroll down the map a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. God Almighty. My bad. I get all into the game and okay, so there they are, folks. Apologize. Someone just tell me every now and then, move the damn map, asshole. Okay. So you what? Oh, you. I thought I saw. Yes, I saw a success there. So you, yeah, pop it up and you open up and God, if you luckily you're not affected by this, but what you see is it. You think it's human, but this thing has got part of its head looks like a beluga whale. It's kind of morphed from the front of it's kind of, you know, elongated out, but it's blown out. And you can see what looks like brain, some type of brain matter up in there. The arms have stretched out and become bony thin, and claws for fingers are on it. But then halfway down its chest, you know, it's melted. Half of it like is a human side chest, the other half is kind of, you know, been sucked in, looking more like a dried bone rib cage, you know, just looking horrible. The legs are all torn apart and bent and up on top of each other because they were trying to grow in the pod and the legs didn't have room to grow, so they kind of, you know, squished into each other and kind of broken apart. Yeah, that's what you're looking at as you kind of pull back.
But there's nothing human looking in there.
Well, part of it's human. Yeah. But it's not human anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so like she looks at it for a moment and she says, looks like this one didn't quite make it out like the other did.
Right when you do that, this thing leaps out of the pod. Right. Right at you. It just jumps. You just hear go, you know, like a twitch. And one moment here, because yeah, you get to say hi to a stage 4 abomination. Let's see where they at.
I'm gonna give him a kiss.
A little smooch. A little...
Yeah, where is that? Stage 4 abomination. Okay, so this thing, yes, was not moving, but sensed something. And it's a gasp. It appears dead. The decades-old abomination savagely attacks.
Do I get a chance to try and dodge with my synthetic cat-like reflexes?
I'll find out. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't like that sound. Don't make that sound.
I always forget the attacks that these things get. I'm going to let you roll me a D6, Davis, because this thing has 6 different attacks.
What? How do I just roll a dice?
So down there in the bottom is a D6, kind of hidden in the star. You'll see it.
Oh, yeah.
Just click and grab it and drop it in the chat window, like you're throwing a dice. There you go.
Okay.
First strike. The abomination strikes its victim with a powerful punch. Roll for the attack with 10 base dice. It has 10 dice in its attack. And here we go. Hits you. And you just see this punch, and it just hits you square in the chest. It gives you 1 point of damage, though. It is fairly weak. So you'll take a point of damage. Yeah, let me give that to you. Oh, wait here. Quit. Where's your hit points? Hit points, combat. Oh, that's it. On the front page. Oh, just check it off. There we go.
Oh wait, you took another health.
Oh,
point
you already
off
took
me.
one
What?
off? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did it
Oh,
myself.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Whoops, daisy.
Release
Okay.
me.
So I need so we'll do that. So yeah, now you can so basically this thing reach out and it's flailing to try to pull itself out of the pod. Even though
It's still in the pod.
It's still in the pod, yes, because part of it's kind of stuck in there. Its legs were kind of all mangled in it, because it was trying to grow.
Looking and assessing the situation, do I think that I could close the pod back?
Flynn needs to. He's on the. You could try to reach. Yeah, you could with strength to push it down. Flynn's try to push the button to seal it because he's the one that pushed it to try to unlock it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to close the pod back on this thing.
Okay, so it's gonna be strength on strength because it's trying to pull itself out. So.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, and unfortunately, synths can't push rolls. Unfortunately.
What? I can't use my story points?
Actually, you can use a story point. Yes, you can. Yes, you can do that if you want to turn that into a success.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What is its
Mad
strength?
At this thing.
Does it have? Where's this? Doesn't have mobility, observation. Weird. Figured they'd have strengths too. I mean to go look at the stats for the deal, but I'm just gonna match your deal. Okay, so I just match your strength to just be fair, and it failed. So you're able to you basically clamp down, and he'll push the button quickly as this thing's beating, and you hear the thing click into place, and it hits itself, and it's banging, and then all of a sudden it tries to you see it brush its head, or what you think, because remember there's blood in there, and you hear it it bangs its head into the glass, and you hear this god awful squish noise. I don't know how to explain it other than you think it's like it's like it basically you hear it hit its head so hard against the glass so that the rest of what was left of its brain and its head just kind of all just exploded.
Does it stop moving at this point?
Yeah. It's and then it stops moving. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna try to open that thing back up.
Flynn's looking at you going, "Are you crazy? How do we know the thing's really dead?"
You heard the sound. It's not moving anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as intelligent as you might want to assume there.
So he goes, okay, so you see him back up and he just kind of reaches over and he taps the button again and then leaps backwards so that he can't, if the thing comes out, he cowers down and you hear it click, the pod click, so that it's unlocked again.
I need to lift it again.
You lift it,
it's
and you hear this sucking noise as its head, which is stuck to the top of the pod, gravity just kind of pulls it down and goes, and it's just brain goo, it's molded. What's left of it is just kind of stuck to the pod, and the rest of it's just flops back down into what's left of the it's dead, most certainly dead. We don't need to get more graphic. So yeah,
awesome. I just very casually, very nonchalantly just shove the body aside, and I just get up into the pod.
We, oh, you just really want in there. You want him to stick.
I now am down 2 health points. Fix me, motherfucker.
So
I look at him and I say, look, I'm the strongest person on board. If you already had interactions with another synth, you know that we're strong and we can protect you. I need to be fixed. I need to be in full working order so I can help everyone on this ship get out of here.
So he gets in and goes, well, I got to close it up and lock you in. So, and we'll, I don't know how long it'll take. So,
Davis looks at him like, you're precious.
And so you get in, and he
silly human and your feelings. I'm fine.
He pushes it. He pushes it, and it clamps down.
Before it closes, I say to him, "Let Miller know where I am."
Okay.
Tell Miller what is happening.
I will.
Do I know how long this machine
Several hours
is going to take?
It could at least a shift. Yeah. So yeah, because it has to do its thing, and it's kind of messy inside. So
I am a self-righteous little robot.
So you're out of commission for a little while. So you basically, he kind of, you take out, you might take a little one of your arm, maybe what's some of your whatever else you're wearing to kind of wipe off a little of the goo that's on the window, and he's kind of looking in, and he's like, and you hear the machine whir up, and it starts doing things, and you pull back maybe you use your hand, the band that you've got on your bandana, and so it starts working on you, and and so you start feeling the power of the med pod working on you. All right, that's happening. We're back to you know what, we haven't talked to Wilson in a while. Wilson has been sitting here lovely, stuck in a cargo bay in his escape pod. Wilson, how you doing? How's things happening? What's the view like?
That's a good question, because I'm pretty sure I'm still dizzy down there.
Make me a strength check. Do you have the strength possibly to get the pod door open?
Your soft palm little corporate hand's gonna let
now you have a story point. You have a story point if you want to use it, Wilson.
I imagine he has like swirly eyes right now.
Okay, so people like going, what the hell are they talking about? Okay, so we need to come to Cargo Bay 2, and we are actually Cargo Bay. Sorry, wrong deck. All right, so we're on this map, and our poor Wilson is in the vehicle bay, and I think we said you crashed in. I think it was in this elevator shaft on the left. I think when you came in, you ricocheted into there and kind of got stuck. Is that right?
Yes.
I think so. Okay. So I said, so use a story point, and in your state of distress, you find a moment of adrenaline, and you basically can pry open the pod bay, the door, and find yourself in the cargo bay that is completely depressurized, even though it is still, you basically, not very far. You could, basically leap out of the ship if you wanted to and fly away. But, you're at least safe because it's depressurized. So there's, you're in space, but inside the cargo bay, in a weakened state. And everything's been sucked out of here except for you. What would you do?
So I'm out of the ship right now?
So you can, you basically, you can get yourself out.
Okay. So
We don't
I
want to leave you
would
stuck in there the whole game. We can't do that to you.
get out
That's
of
not
there.
right. Yeah. So you basically kind of climb your way out, and your suit has a little bit of magnetic to it, so you're able to, boots to be able to magnetize, to be able to stick to the plating and all that. Because when you hit the door and all that, I'm gonna say it's so badly damaged it pops off and it just kind of, there's a little gravity here. Yeah, there might be because of the ship, but there's also space itself. So it will slowly lift up and then kind of fall down. So I'm not sure how this would kind of really work in space, but yeah, we're just going to say that you could lift yourself gingerly out of the pod.
Okay. So you also said I had the flaming unit.
You have the flamethrower. Yes, you do. You grabbed it. Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
So you can strap
so lucky
it on.
That thing didn't explode, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wouldn't do that to him. That'd be callous,
He gets there and suddenly, there's explosion. And
right? Yeah, he lands and it goes off inside the pod
drip,
as he
drip.
lands. Yeah. Okay. All right, Wilson. So you kind of.
So I would head to. I assume there's markings around where it tells me the elevators.
Well, the elevators, you probably are going to be with, the elevators there, but there's also some doors. I think the elevators you're in, that's broke. I'm trying to think, what is the airlocks? So they're going to be, so each one of those ramp looking squares is an airlock. Well, those are the 4 doors that would allow you to get out of here from this level. Even though we know that on deck C there's catwalks that open up to the level above you, so it's kind of like this 2-story open area, and you can see those catwalks above you. The airlocks wouldn't even kind of function really right now because the door itself is kind of blown off. It's not going to close. So you could get up to one of those doors to get out, and that's interesting. Hold on. So maybe I guess they don't have to. I guess airlocks. Maybe those are outside locks to the bottom of the ship. So you would have to get up. You're going to have to go up somehow. Either the elevator over on the other side to go up it, or that you could, if someone's up on the catwalk, they had a rope, I guess, or some way to get something down to you, so that you could climb up to the catwalk above you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as no one's in a real rush to come down and save Wilson, I doubt that's going to happen.
So you're thinking that you're going to have to get over to the other elevator because the one that you're stuck in doesn't work. It's futile. So
could Wilson use some of the pressurized air in the flame unit to launch himself in a bit?
You're going to do an Iron Man or a Rocket Man maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay. We like this, Duro. Nicely done. So the question is, are you going to try to shoot yourself up to the catwalk, or you can walk? You've got some walking ability. It's going to be slow because your boots are magnetic, but you're out in, because it's depressurized. So it would take you some time to get over to that other elevator that might work, or you can try the Iron Man maneuver.
I might as well try the Iron Man maneuver because that seems more cool.
Okay. So what is your plan then, sir? What do you think you want to have happen? Because you don't want to throw a wrench in it.
Right. So I would take there's a fuel cell, I guess,
So they have, it's like a little screw on little pod, that you screw on. It has the retardant and all the stuff in it, and then it mixes with the, when you hit it, it gets together and then shoots out the front.
Right.
With the lit deal. But you're just, I would assume maybe that thing's not lit, and it's not gonna light because you're in space.
That's true.
So you would know, but you could point. I guess you're saying if you're going to point the head of the flamethrower down and push the trigger, which would then eject some of that and shoot you up.
Right. So that's what I would do.
Okay. Where to? So now let's look at this.
Up to the catwalk.
So let's send you over to the catwalk. You can kind of see where it says in the middle of the ship there, open to deck D is the open area that you're looking up from you. And so you're on the left-hand side. And then the catwalks are up there. And all those, the doors to them are airlocked out up there too. So the bulkheads basically are closed. You would know that would happen when there's a depressurization, that the bulkheads on those door areas and all that lead out of this area would be closed.
Okay. So I'll initiate that plan, I guess.
Okay. 1 second. Let me see what you're doing, Jenga. Really? The tip's not working? What? So you click on the cheer tip, Jenga, and it won't take? Someone was trying to tip us. If we get a tip here, I'll give something to the crew. That link is really what? Oh, Stream Elements.
Like eliminating all of our stress. That would be really cool. Of you, Duff. Wouldn't that be so nice? Wouldn't that be so nice of you, Duff? Didn't you know you're such a nice DM?
I am such a wonderful DM. That is right.
You're so good. You're so kind. So forgiving.
My God. Oh boy, it's getting thick in here.
Being on the bridge feels really comfortable and calming for me.
If you go to the website and you hit follow that link, and at the top there's a spot that says cheers and bits. If you follow it, and there is another link. It's a big scroll that says donate in purple. Hit that and it'll take you to the proper page.
Well,
hold
now,
on.
thank
IT
you.
is here. IT is here. Don't calm down. Everybody relax.
Okay, so this.
Wait, I thought I was IT.
Yeah, so
I am the IT.
Jenga, there's the link, the Stream Elements link. I'll figure out what's going on there. But is that link I just posted there, the streamelements.com link, does that one work? So that should take you to the Stream Elements tip page. Let me know, because the players are jonesing for it. Okay. So, while we're waiting on that, and we want to thank you, Jenga, for that. I'm going to call that it. We really should call it piloting, but that's not what I want to do. But it's, I would say agility. I'm going to give you because you thought of it up. Oh, look. Oh my God, folks.
Go, Wilson, go.
All righty. So Wilson, all right, so we got a buck there. So I'll give that'll be a re-roll for somebody. A free re-roll, Jenga. So yeah, I see what's happening with the pages, and I'll fix that. Hey,
Nice, Wilson.
Okay. So Wilson, that's a success with several stunts there. So
fucking fancy.
Yeah, so
I always believed in you, Wilson. Always did.
You click the button and pull the trigger, and with a quick burst of propellant, it's just like a basketball shot that's nothing but net as you shoot, and just and you hit the ground, and it's like a big bow. Thank you very much. I'm here all week, with deafness. Now, so so that you're going to get, oh my God, that is amazing. There's 3 stunts there. So showing off, you can pocket one of those. You can pocket the rest of them if you need to do agility checks later on, and it make an automatic success. The tip will be for anybody, thanks to Jenga, if there's a re-roll without penalties, y'all can decide who gets it whenever it's needed. So, Wilson, you find yourself on the catwalk now in the center. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm in the catwalk.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in the. You definitely landed in the center of it.
Okay, so I am still on deck D, right?
You are on deck C now. So let
Okay.
me put you there. So that puts you. Where is Miller? Miller is here. Put you actually on the map instead of a circle. So there you are. What would you do?
Okay, so I actually don't know, but Wilson doesn't know anything about this ship. So, well, he knows where the reactor is, but that's about it.
Yeah, but you can see you see doors, you see the bulkheads, but yeah, from your angle looking down, you've got a comm behind you, the balcony area. There's a comm unit there.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
lit up. It's lit up.
Wilson will go over to that comm unit.
Okay, move yourself over there. Okay.
It makes me really anxious when you laugh like that, Duff.
I love it. Sorry, you should. You should. I giggle. Okay. And what do you do? I mean, what do you say, Wilson?
Wilson will, I guess there's just multiple buttons, I guess.
Yeah.
So
one says bridge, one says,
okay.
Mess, one says all ship.
Just as much as I want to contact the whole ship, I think I should just contact the bridge.
Okay. And say,
this is Agent Wilson. Is anyone on the bridge?
okay. That cuts us to Miller. You and Johns are on the ship. Now, this is before, so we're going to back up time for a second and send y'all over to, folks, 1 second. We are all over. This is a true split the party up issue here. Holy moly. Okay. So, trying to give everybody their screen time here.
Give me an idea of the timeline right now. Like, where are we at the timeline of what just happened?
Well, I'm going back. I'm backing up the time a little bit. You came back. You you got out of your suit, got it plugged in. You came back in, and you were going to chat with Johns, who was over there. He checked up on the doc scientist, and now he's checking out. He checking out. You just kind of see him walking the stations, trying to assess how bad the damage is.
I'm going to come up to John and say, you mentioned that you have the key for Mother. We need to get the mission update. The last time I heard from her was before we came onto your ship. It said that we needed to get whatever was on this ship and secure it, which I'm not very happy with corporate right now. So I'm wondering, what is Mother going to say now, and can we get the comm systems going? That would be good if we could actually communicate with our teams.
Well, I got to work on one thing at a time. I'm not really worried about Mother right now. I want to know without this ship, it ain't going to matter what Mother says. If the ship ain't flying right, God knows which direction we're heading. So I suggest focus on getting the ship in order.
All right. I don't know the ship. I mean, this is way before my time. Could you tell me what needs to be done, and I'll go ahead and make sure
He says,
We can help get this fixed up.
he's doing an assessment of that right now. So he's going to give me some time and all that. Why don't you go check on some of your crew while I'm looking over this? If you don't know the ship, and unless you're not good with comm checks and tech, work and all that, I'd suggest you're the one with the rifle. Why don't you go protect the crew, see what they're doing? Because I'm sure getting hotter than hell in here. I don't like sweating. Sweat and electronics don't get along. So go check up on your crew. I'm not going anywhere, and neither is Doc over there. How you doing, Doc? And he goes, I'm fine. It's hot too, man. Someone better get that air flowing right. We're not going to be happy here a few more hours. The carbon dioxide is going to build up too much. We're all going to suffocate.
I'll go check on Rye then and see how those inoculations are coming.
And right as you're doing that, you'll hear Wilson, come on board, coming through the comm somehow. That's working, and totally unexpected there, Miller. You hear Wilson talking like he's on the ship.
Oh, well, I can't say I'm happy, but I can't say I'm sad either. I mean,
and it kind of John's
At
like,
least
who
he
the
made
hell is that?
that's the corporate officer of our ship.
Hell's he
that
on
has
comms? I thought
many
you said he
secrets.
was. I thought you said he was in the bay in the vehicle bay. There's no
Honestly,
comm.
I have no idea how he even got.
There's no comms down there.
This is crazy. I don't have no idea how he did it because he
Well, go
messaged
talk
me
to-
and said goodbye and told me to open the bay doors. The next thing I heard was a big bang, and saw that there was some kind of explosion, and then saw that there was some life form down there. So I was hoping he was alive still.
Why don't you go
But
talk
yeah,
to
apparently
him
he
then?
launched himself into the pod. I will go see if I can
That's a
get him
good
now.
idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
although I don't really want to see him again. He isn't the most kind fellow.
Go talk
right.
to your dude.
And I'm going to take off. And
Well, you go over
Uh,
to the comm station first, and so you can now interact. Okay, so yeah, so
Wilson, this is the bridge. Where are you?
Got a coward of a pilot, Wilson Miller.
I'm sorry?
I almost died trying to save your ship.
What do you mean you almost died trying to save our ship?
Look, I'll explain things more. Just I don't know where I am.
Well, last we knew you were in the loading bay, or the docking bay, at the back of the ship. Are you still there? And if you are, how are you speaking on the comm?
your indicator on the comms will show that he's on the catwalk.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, it is an
All right.
indicator button. It will flash. This is old school tech here. So he's on level C in the balcony area.
I'm going to say you're in level C in the balcony area. It looks like you're near the catwalk. If you walk up the catwalk and keep going forward, you're going to eventually get to, well, actually,
He
junction
can't get
C2.
he can't get through the
Junction-
bulkheads. The bulkheads are sealed. From a
Oh, okay.
depressurization that any of those doors, those will be heavy bulkhead doors that have to be. You're going to have to figure out how to open one of them up. Basically, it's a cut through.
If
and
it goes
pressure-
north,
If any of that whole area is depressurized,
Got
and
it.
so someone's going to have a cutting torch, open up a door, and y'all are going to have to be quick and figure it out, because when you cut that door open or open that door, oxygen's going to start flowing out of that area, and so
All right, hold on tight, Wilson. I'm gonna go get Sham, and we're gonna try to get you out of there.
Uh.
Glad to hear your voice again.
it's a fictional.
Surprise, really.
Wilson's not glad to hear yours.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wilson's not too happy about it. So unfortunately, you're told to hold on again. You're great. You're alive. Good job. Way to go. Miller.
I get on and I say, do you need to check up on this or not?
What? Say that again now?
I said-
didn't
I say, Wilson, this isn't something you need to check off on, is it?
check off on.
Captain, just get someone over here.
All right, on our way.
Oh my God. Okay. So now you move out and you go find So we'll cut real quick. Is I guess Miller's going to be headed down toward where she believes that Kim and Rye were headed to.
Probably gonna ask
Uh,
the captain if he knows if they have a a tool that could get what we need, because I'm certain we probably don't know where it is. He might.
We
We-
have one. Cham has one.
He brought it with him.
Cham has a cutting
Yes.
torch.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind then.
you
Yeah,
know
I'm
that.
going to
you know that.
head
Yeah.
down.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Cham, Rye, and Reed were down there discussing what to do with the ingrown football, neomorph pod that has embedded itself in the grate. We're back to that now. If only you had a flamethrower.
If only. Rye's not touching it. Rye's gonna like back away from it very slowly and like gingerly. She's gonna look to Reed and says there has to be another way to get this air moving. There has to be. This is what I'm assuming is blocking the airflow.
Well, there's 2 more levels. Y'all are on level. No, you're B. So there's 1 more level down that you need to go down. So you can go down. So the ladder is clear. It's just that shaft grate over there has got the pod in it. So you can still go down.
And it was in C that we found our little friend.
No, well, see down at the back end of the ship. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Rye's gonna look to Reed and say, look, if there's one of these things down there, I can deal with that. We've got the gun. There's 3 of us. But I need to know, is there going to be any more?
Look, if I know. I didn't expect the one. I have no idea what the hell's going on in this ship anymore. If you're telling me it's alive, God, and it's lasted this long, who knows what it's done?
Repopulated.
We lost many of our crew members, which forced us to do a evac. We left most of the crew on the planet. Most of them were dead or infected. There was only a few of us left here. It was our pilot Armando, our captain Ava, and I think one of the other scientists, but I don't remember his name.
All right.
And there were, but you don't remember, Rye. Well, Rye, you might remember that there were actually a few more pods, and Reed's missing that there were actually a couple of pods that people were in them, but they died.
Right. Rye's not going to bring that up to Reed at this very moment.
Yeah.
Well, Rye's going to look at Reed and she'll look up at Cham and say, I guess we go down, and if we see what we see, we blow its heads off.
Oh, let's get going then. Time's
All right.
racing.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're going to start making their way down.
So you open the door, and you see the thing there in the breeze. You can see the hairs on it kind of flow, because the air kind of, the door opens up, and you can look down the stair and you see another vestibule down there, another area. You can make your way down the ladder.
Yep.
Okay. Yay. All right, so Rye, I'm gonna put y'all on the map here. Actually, bring this map over, and we're coming down stairwell. We need.
I mean, if that comm was working, does that mean the intercom system's also working?
That's correct.
Oh, awesome! I'm gonna do a whole Walmart thing then.
Okay. Okay.
Cham to the bridge. Cham to the bridge.
Okay. Y'all begin to make your way down the stairs, and you see two things. One is there's some panels that you're going to see along the south wall here, knowing that those are the panels that access to get into the air scrubbers, the shaft there to crawl into, and you hear the loud banging coming on the other side of those panels. However, on the grates that are over to your east side of the ship, just like the other one, there are 2 pods enveloped in the grate and 2 on the ground.
All right. If Rye's the first one down, which I'm assuming she is,
She's gonna look up at Cham and say, "Watch your step," and she's gonna point out to the one down on the ground, and then she'll point out the ones that are in the grate. And I'm guessing Miller is calling out for Cham to go back to the bridge.
Actually, no. I'm gonna get on and say, we got the comms working. Cham, where are you? Please get a hold of me on the closest.
Yeah, you
on the
just hear
closest
it
comm.
echoing, but there's nothing close. There's no comm. I don't think that's a comm station. That is. What is the circle?
I think it's a comm station.
It's an
I swear,
intercom.
right.
It's an intercom.
it is.
I
It's an intercom
apologize.
station.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an intercom right next to the pods.
I swear, Rye. I think we're his binkies.
Listen, I think we are the ship's binkies at this point, considering all that is going on.
Yeah.
You might as well go. Don't get near that pod. Just head back up and go find him.
I'm going to
Hey.
add, we have found Wilson is alive and is currently on deck C in the balcony. I'm going to come down to reach you to help get him out. We need your what was it called? The loader.
The cutting torch.
We're going to need your cutting tool to get him out.
All
Okay.
right, Cham. You heard him.
And y'all
I
are
guess
on
go
deck,
help
and you
him.
guys are on deck C also. So, and y'all have seen the catwalk and all that before. So,
So, yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, he's just right around the corner. I'll go get him.
yeah, something like that. Okay.
So,
Do I need to bring a suit? Since I probably
They're
know
not
that
charged. They're not charged yet.
Nothing's charged.
They
Okay.
they
That's
need
gonna be fine.
easily a shift or more to charge the suits. Yeah.
Great. All right.
I'm looking over at Rye. I'm going, you hear that? You hear that banging?
Bam.
Yep.
Bam. Bam. But it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Cham. I'm fairly certain that's just the scrubbers, man. That's the airflow. That's what it sounds like to me. Go meet Captain Miller with the tool, and go help Wilson out. He's got a lot of explaining to do. I got questions for him.
Shouldn't we get our jab before we do too much around these melon head things?
Yeah, well, I mean, I at least want to get some eyes on it first, and we'll get our inoculation. But go help Captain Miller with Wilson. We need to get him out of that cargo bay.
Okay, right. Well,
I'll be heading toward the inoculation place first, obviously, because I had to get mine first. I figured it'll just be a quick jab.
He's going to be bringing him back up to the bridge. So, yeah.
I'll meet him there then. That's my plan.
Okay.
Wait, so you're telling
Much
Cham
I'm
to
trying to
meet you
meet
at the
halfway.
sea?
No, I'm just going towards the inoculation because I figured that's where you were last.
No, we're down in C.
Well, that's where you said you were going, so I'm headed that way.
Yeah, Miller's headed to B, to the stairwell. That's where they were at. That's where they were at first, and then they've made their way down that stairwell, and you can see them. Yeah, well, they're not responding to you. You're just making noise. So to respond to Miller, you got to go over to the intercom, Cham.
Which is where?
Right next to the big spore pods.
Hell no.
No.
So she's saying, Bri tells you to go back up. You know, yeah. So you're basically headed back up. Okay. So I'm holding on the map, folks. So we just got to do a little. You got to do a little mind work here. So basically, Cham, gives old Rye the thumbs up and heads back up the ladder. Now we'll start with Rye first. So Rye, you tiptoe around the other side of the stairwell. I'm assuming and you've got some panels that you can unlatch to look down into the air scrubber area. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want Rye to have eyes on it and see exactly what the issue is.
Yeah. So you're going to do that, and you're going to open them up, and you look down, and several things you're going to notice is there is normally a good pool of water down at the bottom there, and the rods come up. And they start firing off the electrical charges to, agitate the water and get the chemistry going to generate oxygen. Well, all that water down there's solid frozen. and the rods are stuck trying to move, and that's what bam, and they're reset, and they're jolting as they're hitting, and that's the popping noise you're hearing every now and then. One, they're trying to go up, and they can't, and they're
Are the scrubbers controlled all through nuclear fission then?
something like that, yeah. So
Interesting. That's very God, that's so 80s.
so there.
So
Well,
80s.
that's what we're
80s
dealing
age of
with.
nuclear fission,
So,
yes.
and you see, so you see that, and you also then see along the sides of it, or where the filters that are what filter the air, they're black with gunk, and there's no way the air's coming through them is minimal, and they've got to be cleaned. And it's a good scrubbing, and you're talking easily a shift or longer of work before somebody, and you're gonna have to get in there and scrub away and chip all this stuff off and get, figure out a way to get if there was only some way to melt ice quickly, to get them working so that the rods can then start agitating and moving and bring the electrical currents through the shaft. And that once that starts happening, you better get the hell out of the shaft, because those electrical currents is like a Tesla ball, and they go and they zigzag down around and all that, and you don't want to be stuck down in that shaft when that happens.
This is a weird question, but if I were to possibly enlist everybody's help or extra people's help, not just Cham, would I be able to knock that down to like a shorter period of time that I can do that?
It'd be 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, there's still
Okay.
it's still a good bit of work, but you're gonna have to. Someone's gonna have to get in there with you.
Finally, we're gonna give Wilson something to do, huh? Yes.
I think Captain Miller.
Yeah,
God,
Captain Miller.
They keep slipping out. So weird. Weird how that.
Wilson has your flamethrower, and you two work really well together. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Rye. So Rye, you're assessing that. Cham, you're making your way up the ladder, and you come back up section B. Don't mess with the pods. Come out, and you will find Miller coming on the other side of the door there. On section, and you all are on deck B for the moment. What do you do?
You rang.
And there's Reed waiting for y'all, and she's glowering at Miller. Let's put Miller here, and we've got Cham, and not Johns. I'm sorry, I put the wrong person. Johns, get back over there on the bridge. Okay. Bam. So, what have we done?
You're muted.
Cham.
You rang, Captain.
So I guess I was going to see Reed first, or then I'll see Cham.
Yeah,
I was like,
you saw. It's happened at the same time. I'm not too worried about her dialogue.
Okay, all right. How's were you able to get inoculated?
We haven't seen anybody from over there.
You haven't seen Flynn yet.
Okay, great.
But the melons that we're supposed to be inoculated with are all over this place.
Come again?
You know how they described the big melons that were the reason they needed the inoculations? Well, they're everywhere.
Oh, great.
In the grates, they're everywhere.
And y'all have been breathing the air for a while.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, mother.
And I just look at Reed glowering. I just lean over and kind of whisper, he really doesn't know how to shoot it. And just lead on, Captain.
All right, well, let's go ahead and head back down. And are there any? We need to. He's, from what I know, he's in the in an airless tube. I'm not sure. I'm sure you probably have some idea how to get him out without us being sucked out, and to be able to get him in. Any ideas? We should probably have all the tools we need before we go down there, so we don't have to make 2 trips. maybe tubing? Are there any hoses, perhaps?
I just picture the Wile E. Coyote with the rope and all that, and we're gonna figure this out, folks. Wilson, I hope you enjoyed your short, quick, saved life. I think you got Abbott Costello coming to rescue you. So do y'all head down to deck C?
Yeah.
Are you going to use the stairwell that you just found the pods? You're going to go over to the junction and go back down that way.
Well, if you mentioned they're in the stairwell, then yeah, I think the junction might. I
Okay,
think we're probably both
let's
gonna
get
want
to
to
the.
head
You
that
know
way.
what? I want to see what y'all come up with. Okay.
Me
And what?
too.
Real quick, so we're gonna check in. We're gonna check in with Davis. Davis, how you doing in the pod? You doing you doing okay?
Oh
So
me, I'm in the pod.
okay, so you're slowly being healed,
I'm
but
just Nosferatu in the fucking
yeah,
pod, living my
something like
best
that.
life.
But this stuff is kind of dripping on you, and it's kind of staining you, and you can feel it. It gets hot. 'Cause it's all this gunk, the brain matter that was all splattered over the top of the pod and all that. And
Mhm.
so it's kind of yeah, a bot in a pod. That's right. That's pretty.
Bot a pod.
So
I
yeah,
don't.
we're just
I mean, I'm not really phased by it.
yeah.
I
No,
don't.
you're
I don't
not.
have this
No.
funny little thing called human emotions. I am fully logic brained, and now I don't have to hide and pretend like I have human emotions anymore. So
Hey, we're
I
good.
might try a little bit so you guys feel kind of comfortable around me.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
you
go
put
full like Patrick Bateman bot on you.
this is
Patrick Maven bot. Patrick Bateman
so
bot.
freaking.
oh you didn't scowl a little when you heard that
Okay.
what's his face was still alive and up and out.
I don't think I heard. Did I hear that? Okay, yeah.
No.
I mean, if I would have heard it, I would have just been like, God, just let me rest. Christ, I'm trying to fix myself.
Okay. So, got y'all on the map, and I just kind of picked one of the catwalks, unless Wilson wants to tell me differently, uh, where they would be. But y'all will find yourselves, Wilson. You'll find them staring at you on the other side of a door that's got a small little window on it, and you can chat. I don't, there's comms. We'll just say, you can chat with each other through the door. How y'all gonna get him out of there?
Oh,
That's something we just got to figure out as we do it. Just like the rest of this damn mission.
huh.
No, I very much like to be on vacation right now and already paid, even as little as they were going to pay us. I did not mean for this to happen. I have no idea that Mother would do this to us, or the corporate would do this to us. I mean, I know corporate can be bad, but this is ridiculous.
Captain, I don't slap ladies, but get yourself together.
Yeah, y'all can look through and y'all will begin to see that Wilson's air indicator light is starting to go amber.
Okay, and
It's
So
no longer green; it's amber, meaning he is going into reserves here shortly.
I was looking at the
can
wrong part of the map.
how long? Because I've got this harpoon grappling gun.
Uh-huh.
How long is the grapple part of that?
Oh, I'd say it's like you're talking about the when it's yeah, it's a grappling
Shoots
gun.
out.
So it shoots out and then it hit and then the the barbs would come out and those are probably a good 3 to 4 inches, you know. So
I mean, I'm just going to look at the captain and go. I mean, we could go back to the end and try to shoot the door and pull it towards us.
Help me
you
out
got to
of
cut. So
character.
Cham, you go. That's a bulkhead door. The only way you're gonna get that door open
Yeah.
is the cutting torch.
Okay.
So out of character,
Yes.
would I know, like, if he opens that bulkhead door, what would be the scientific reaction? I'm
Sucked
sure I
out.
probably know this.
Sucked out the
We would be
doors.
sucked out. Okay, so they wouldn't
Yeah.
be. He wouldn't be sucked in, or he wouldn't just be able to
No,
crawl in.
the
But
suction. Yeah, the suction's coming the other way because y'all are on the pressurized side. He's on the unpressurized side.
got it. So if we were to, we pretty much have to open it and find a way to close it again. Is what you're saying?
See,
All right.
well, we got Wilson's
that-
been
does your-
think
does your
Wilson's
harpoon
for
gun-
the whole time. Wilson's pulled out left and right stuff out of his side to save his ass, and you got these two on the other door going. Oh, I don't know
Well,
what we do.
Do you have
To be
your harpoon gun?
fair-
Your harpoon gun has a rope on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, probably it's not a rope. It'll be like a metal cord, a braided metal cord.
Braided. Okay, because I was wondering
Mhm.
maybe we could try to hit it against one of these walls here in the inner walls and have it embedded into the wall so that we can tie ourselves to it and secure ourselves so we don't fly out. And then we can get this open, and then he can get in, and then we can, or hopefully get in, and then find a way to close it again.
Now, remind me, Mother, the area that he's in, I know it's unpressurized. Is it airless?
Yeah. His the bay doors is busted open. Yeah,
So,
from the explosion.
and-
Actually, I don't know. Did we actually? I'll retcon that a second, gang. So Wilson said, "Open up the door," and
I opened it. The last second. He
But
banged
did
off
I-
the floor.
did I say that the door got destroyed?
No,
Am
you
I-
didn't just you didn't say
No,
it was
you said that
destroyed.
Everything else was destroyed that was in there.
I
and
did
flew out.
not say that. That's right. So
Yeah, you're all making fun of me because I forgot to close it again afterwards.
Yes.
that is right. You know what? You forgot to close the door. There's nothing wrong with the door.
I'm guessing they probably would have figured that out then, huh?
Um,
This is the problem with the
I
pressure.
think you. I
didn't
think
close
you
it,
just.
idiot.
I think you just figured it out when y'all got to this. Is that they're actually because the indicator basically the door would have known that there was just no air, but maybe the panel was broke and not actually telling you it was open or closed. You just pushed it open, and maybe someone just has forgotten in all the excitement that they actually need to go close the door.
I'm guessing Sham's gonna point this out.
Captain, do you know how to close the door? I'm usually on the bottom end of this, so I'm not sure.
So, Cham, you will know. Y'all will know. Lovely. There's a cargo office, and a cargo office has the ability to open and close the cargo bay doors.
Yeah, but isn't it on Wilson's side?
Yes,
Talking about Cargo
Okay.
Bay 1?
Um,
right behind
Cap-
him, actually.
Oh, okay, I see.
so Cham is going to look. Is there a panel, a communications panel next to Cham?
Nope. You can yell
Cham's
through the
gonna-
door to some degree, but he's got a suit on.
Yeah, Cham's going to look at Captain Miller and go, you might want to go and tell him to go to the cargo office.
All right, he won't be able. I'm gonna.
He-
I'm
he's
gonna
got
run
a
to the junction then. I'll
communication.
run to junction C1
Yeah,
and
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm not sure how fast that goes, but I'll run to junction C1.
You're gonna
and-
do that, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move this forward a little bit here. Okay, I'm just to make sure we're trying to bring everything back together here. I think we've had enough.
I
fun
leave
with-
the-
enough
I don't
fun
want to
with
slow myself
this.
down, so I'm probably gonna leave the plasma with or no, he has a lot of shit already, doesn't he?
He's got a cutting torch, so yeah.
So no, I would have to probably take because he has a cutting torch and the loading tool, cutting tool.
That's it. That's the
That's-
cutting torch is the tool.
That's all he has. I thought he had
it.
something else too.
He's got the
No.
grappling gun and the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got the grappling gun. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. So
So
yeah.
he's kind of loaded. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, no,
Uh,
I'm gonna run there, and I'm not sure how long it will take, but yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna run
okay,
back and
okay.
intercom. Say, hey, walk behind you. There's an office. It can close the door. We can't close it from this side.
Wilson, that's what you hear.
You've got this, Wilson.
We'll look around and see. guess in the general direction of where Captain Miller was saying, and head over there.
You see it. You see a door. Yes, and there says and above it, there's a little cargo office, and you walk in there, and hot damn if there isn't a door, there isn't a control panel that says open and close cargo bay doors.
Wilson will activate it.
What do you know? The doors close. And you can have a pressurization. There's actually a pressurization button too. And you can fire that off to start pumping in hot oxygen air into the cargo bay.
Nice.
Which, okay, you do that, Wilson?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Your laughs, yes.
Well, because Rye, as he pushes that button, you hear the air scrubber mechanisms just like the banging kicks into overdrive, all those things, and you hear pop from the vibrations and the jolts. You will look behind you as the pods that were in the grates have exploded.
Can I hold my breath?
Yeah. And you see little it's like glitter bombs, but they're
your
just
C92 mask.
they're like glitter bombs, but you can see that it's like little bitty flecks of rice, little microscopic rice, that have little wings, and they just kind of you see all this stuff.
Can I
floating.
ninja avoid them? Can I hold my breath?
Oh, you can hold your breath, but the whole it's like a bomb went off. Like a confetti cannon went off in the whole stairwell.
Okay.
And just
Okay.
glitter bomb.
Here's what Rye's gonna do. She's gonna do this right without sucking like a breath in. Right. This is in my head. Okay. All right. This is what I know about spores. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get the hell out of there.
Okay. So you run through the door. And you can open it and close it, and you go through the second one and close it. But you notice that you're caked. Your clothing has got like pollen.
Naked.
It's like pollen all over it. Okay?
I'm getting naked. I'm just gonna I'm getting naked. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm naked now. You can't stop me.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh no. So. I wish I thought. I'm so glad I figured. I was bad on the door deal. Now that's partly on me forgetting what we did and all that. But this worked out so much better. And about that time, coming around, because you're gonna see Wilson she went to Junction 1. Cham, would you by chance? Are you gonna? You're watching. You see the doors. You hear all this noise happening. The cargo bay shut. Wilson and Cham, I'm sorry, both of y'all hear this, as soon as the doors lock and all that, the main doors, the door in front of y'all, Cham, actually in front of you, you hear it unbolt, the bulkhead door. Basically, it's prevention mechanism basically turns off, so that the door can open up now.
Okay. Hearing that and seeing the captain moving.
Captain's gone. Captain went up to C1 to tell Wilson what to do, and then all of a sudden, possibly might look through the window there, and all of a sudden sees Rye throwing her clothes off, doing a nudie dance.
Just butt naked. No shame whatsoever. We've been in space with each other. Like, we've been on a crew together for how long? I mean, it's bound to happen.
I can't make this stuff up. This is why this module is so damn good, because none of this has happened in any of the games I've run before. We haven't had nudity. So.
Go on the intercom and be like,
"Okay,
Rye, what's happening?"
Okay.
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
So Miller, you're gonna
to the intercom.
You're gonna see her, and you're gonna see there's still stuff floating in the air because you pull your stuff off, Rye, but that still throws the motes up in the air, and so there's still kind of pollen. The air's kind of hazy around you.
I'm gonna tell them to get away.
Get away from me.
Okay. All right, Wilson. The door is open. It is able to be opened up. That Cham is on the other side of. Do you want to venture through it?
Yes.
As your suit is starting to run out of oxygen. Okay. So you two are in the hallway and can make your way back up north to then,
I'm going to tell them
you're going to
as they're
speak through
coming
the
up
intercom?
on the intercom. I'm going to say, can one of your scientists bring down one of the inoculations? It looks like some of the spores have broken, and one of our crew members are currently being infected. And then I say, Cham, don't go through the door. Wait a bit. There are spores everywhere. There's things flying around in this hallway.
Johns will tell you to have her. Well, this is happening. We're going to speed a couple things along. Have her go up to deck A and go south. The cryo tube, the cryo chambers are open because they came through them, but there are showers. There's showers. He's basically saying if she's got stuff all over her, get to the showers. And there probably are some extra jumpers, suits, clothing, and she can shower off, get the stuff off of her.
I'm guessing he said it through the intercom, right?
Yeah, because you're
Do I hear this?
Yeah.
I'll say you heard it. Yeah, we'll speed things along so I can hear you. Yeah, so you
Okay.
hear this, and so
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're. They're telling you to go up to deck A and head south to the back end of the ship where wardrobe and showers are at.
Right. Can I go through this way? Well, I don't want to go through that way. That's a lie. I'm a liar. I want to go through where Miller is, but I'm gonna shout to Miller to get away so I can come through.
I think I'm going to understand her body language, and as she's trying to come through the first door, and I will go through the side door.
You can move out of the way. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And Rye will say you shoot up the ladders. You're headed to the showers. Okay.
Never seen anyone run so fast.
Yeah. This is what we called streaking back in the 70s. Okay, it was a thing. Okay,
she's just naked and running in pure panic, just naked and running.
And there's a trail of dust behind her. She's just bringing the stuff along. Okay, so while Rye's gonna go do that, what y'all guys are you gonna follow her or where are y'all headed?
Is there actual dust that I can see?
You can see you can through the window. You can see the motes moving about. Yes. In that area.
I'm gonna go down to this window and see if I see any motes.
No, they haven't got that way yet. No, just a kind of in the doorway area here.
I want to know. I still have the shotgun with me. I'm just naked with a shotgun now.
Perfect. Okay. All right.
If that's not an anime.
Naked and afraid, baby.
Did you keep the belt on? I hope with the ammo.
I have it over my shoulder. It's fine.
Okay. The belt's the only piece of clothing she's got on is the belt with the ammo.
Yeah, everything. Everything
Badass.
Naked and afraid with a shotgun. I'm a very dangerous human being right now.
Oh my god!
I'm not sure this fan art's gonna be able to be published.
Okay. While that's happening, we'll go back to Davis. Davis, the med pod clicks off. It is giving you back. We're going to speed up a little time. We're going to say it did some work on you and all that. Your injuries weren't as bad as we thought. You'll get all but 1 hit point back.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And the pod, and then and open. You hear it click as it unlocks itself.
Okay. I push it
Okay.
off me if I have to push it the rest of the way open if it doesn't.
No,
open.
you kick it off. Yeah, you have to the slime and all that junk too, and so
let me pull up which area I'm in.
Yeah, I'll send the map. It's on.
I got it.
Deck B. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up into the med lab.
Yep.
And do I see like are there like rags or like any kind of cloth I can wipe myself off with?
Oh,
Anything
there's
can...
bandages, there's gauze, stuff like that. That's full of stuff like that.
Okay, so I like grab
Yeah.
some stuff and I'm kind of like cleaning any like remnants of
Goo.
alien goo off of my body.
Yep.
And while I'm like wiping my face, I'm kind of walking around the room and I'm looking to see, are there any small vials? Do I see anything? Because I know there's all these specimens in here. There's the black liquid. We have little things. Do I see any vials, like anything small in there?
Empty ones or stuff?
Empty.
Empty. Oh, there certainly is. Most certainly, yes. Yes.
Okay, so I help myself to two vials, two very small vials that I can kind of squirrel away into my shit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna collect samples of both the black stuff from the vial that was broken, and I also I'm gonna open up that jar that has the little tiny watermelon things in there and see if I can fish one out and put it in a vial.
Okay, so several things are gonna
and
happen.
no fucking god modding. You guys don't know this happened.
No, they don't know. So several things are gonna happen. One is, yeah, you find some gauze. You do all that as you're searching through, and you're gonna actually see there's lots of pills. So there are never sleep pills, which they use to keep you awake. Hydration pills, which are kind of electrolyte solution to counteract dehydration, which the Kronos crew needs. Flynn may have got some, may not have. And there are some naproleave, which is kind of pain, reduce stress, irritations, stuff like that. Some pretty good med pains. You also are surprised to find that under one of the cabinets and all that is another little case of 6 syringes of black goo.
So it looks like it's spoiled?
No. It is another little kit that's been put, it was like wedged, it was up under one of the chest area, one of the cabinet areas.
So is it what he's inoculating people with, or is this something different?
It's the same stuff. Yes.
Interesting.
And you can make me a agility test to see if you can catch one of those spores without setting it off. But they're little bitty. They're little bitty. Yeah. They're like size of peas and all that, So
yeah, I'd imagine I've maybe found some sort of tool in there that I'm trying to like fish one out with.
Yeah, there's gonna be tweezers. It's a med lab.
Pipette. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let me get to my character screen. Jesus. Mary and Joseph. Agility? How the fuck? I have a fucking 8.
I know.
Agility.
So you try to do that and you squeeze it too hard and you pop it, and barely in the eyesight with the light you can see pollen kind of puff out of it.
Are they like suspended in liquid though?
No. They're stuck to the sides of the glass.
They're stuck to the sides. Well, this doesn't fucking deter me because I'm synthetic, so I don't really care. I'm gonna go in there and try for another one.
Okay, roll me another check. Yeah. Okay, there you grabbed it. You got a couple, and you're just barely scraping them off, and you can put them in a vial.
So I'm going to take the 2 vials that I have and seal those up, and I like tuck them away in my jacket. Okay. And I do collect some of the pain meds.
Okay.
And some of the hydration pills. I take stuff to help.
Just you grab a little set of all of them. There's 3 there. That's fine.
We know that everybody on the ship is inoculated except for our crew, right?
That's what they told you. Yep.
And there's 3.
There are 5 of them, and there's
4 of our people.
That's right. Yeah.
But they have 3 vials right now for inoculation.
What Flynn's got, yes.
I take my boot and I just crush the rest that are in that box that opened up.
Okay. Okay. Smash them up.
I just smash them. I make it look like maybe something like fell on it. Like maybe I take a piece of equipment off and just kind of stick it on top of it. Like, oops.
You did it again. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. All right. And then what do? You make your way back to the
I'm
bridge?
gonna grab a couple bandages too, and I head back to bridge. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna come back to bridge, and we got Clayton's back there.
I'm going to clean my fucking boot off before I do that.
I understood. Clayton comes back.
I'm
Clayton's
being very sneaky and calculated.
Okay, so you're coming back there. Reed is here waiting. She comes back, not knowing what's happening. We've got Miller and Cham and Wilson, and on the intercoms, Johns will yell out to kind of a shipwide. We have the syringes here. Come on back, and we can get everybody inoculated. And I'm assuming Cham, Wilson, y'all are sitting on one side of a door over here, and Miller, you're over there. Anything we're gonna do, or are we just gonna make it happen? What are y'all doing?
Well, you said there's no spores on the other side here, so I'm gonna come.
When you open up the door, you can see a haze of them, and it's slowly filtering toward y'all like a slow fog. They're slowly
close the door again.
Well, I don't know. You got Cham and Wilson on the other door over there, looking through the. I don't know what.
Since I heard about the shower thing, I'm just gonna hold my breath and open the door, and then put like a shirt up or whatever, and cover my face as a makeshift cloth, and then go to the door and then tap on it and point to my face, with the cover, and then tell them to come here or tell them to follow me.
Okay.
And then lead them up to the showers.
Okay. All right. You're going to lead them to the showers, or you're leading them to the bridge? You just heard the bridge.
Yeah, I heard the bridge, but the spores, to get them off of you said they need
No,
to be
they're not on y'all
first.
yet. They're not on you yet.
Weren't they coming through the door when I opened it?
They're in the hallway, but they're moving slowly toward you. But they weren't near you yet. You had enough time if you wanted to.
By them?
Cham
then I would have ran towards them and told them to come. Okay.
That's what I was trying to say.
They were coming through my door when I opened it.
They're in the hallway still. That black circle. They're just basically slowly kind of filtering out, and so you have enough time.
I totally ran in there, told them to come on, and yelled, "Come on, quick! Okay. They're spreading!" And then,
okay, yeah. Okay, so did Cham and Wilson? Do y'all follow? You have no idea where Rye's at.
It's like, I think I'll stay here. I don't trust you anymore.
Just
I know.
Naked.
Yeah, Wilson. What about you? You following with your flamethrower?
Sorry, my internet cut out for a second.
That's okay. Yep.
So we go through the door, right?
Well, Miller came to get you and said, "Follow me quickly," and pointed to the shit in the hallway, and you see kind of this misty green fog, or something kind of stuff kind of floating in the air, and it's just kind of spreading out.
Yeah, Cham would have said, "Don't breathe it."
Yeah.
Okay, well, I still have my suit on, so it's not a big deal right now, but...
Yes, you do have a suit on. Yep, no, he does. So he kind of waddles. Wilson's waddling in the hallway.
Yes, so I will follow Captain for the moment.
Okay, so that way, I'm going to grab Rye, and we put Rye up on deck A. And Rye, you're headed toward the showers. So we put you into the cryo chamber area. Okay, so y'all we're going to move things along here because I got to get to a plot point. And so I've got, let's see, Davis makes her way back into the bridge. We have got Cham. Y'all are coming through the door, and here comes Miller. And behind him, would you believe it? It is Wilson, who is worse for the wear. And about that time, Wilson, your oxygen level, your suit starts beeping red, as though you've only got a few minutes left of oxygen. You're going to suffocate in the domed head.
I think I would tell him where he can plug it in, and then go to the bridge.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, of course, we'll just be out of inoculation by
Okay.
the time he gets there.
Okay.
It's going to be too bad.
So, Wilson, do you go take your suit off? They show you where to go take it off and to plug it in?
Yes.
Okay. So, you go do that, then you come back into the bridge, and everybody's checking in, and you recap, and you see Davis is all cleaned up, and her wounds healed. She's and Flynn checks up on Doc, and he says, "I've got a few vials, but I don't have enough for them." And he goes, "Oh no, I don't know if we're going to be able to tell who be infected. Oh, it's not good." And we need to tell their captain. And about that time, Miller, you're going to hear, the conversation going on, and they're kind of all gathered around the hollow table. Where do y'all do? So they're kind of saying, "Come here," and they kind of show you what they've got, and said, "Come here, and let me show you what these are." And around the hollow table, basically, what they're doing. So position yourselves where you'd like to be, so you can see all this. Jam, Wilson, okay, yeah, all right, and Jam. You got to come up to the table, Cham. You got hey. There you go. That's
was
fine.
Wilson already with us too, or is he still getting his suit off?
Wilson, I let him go do his suit, and y'all waited, and he comes walking in and you notice he's carrying the flamethrower. Definitely carrying the flamethrower. He's like John Wayne. He's like twirling it like a gun, one finger, because he knows how to use this thing. He has become intimate with the flamethrower unit, apparently. Okay? And yeah, so Cooper's sitting and goes, it looks like there are only 3 that have survived, Captain Miller. So I feel unfortunate that you have some hard choices to make of who should get inoculated.
Davis instantly pipes up, looking around the table and kind of taking inventory of everyone, and goes, anyone want to tell me where Rye is? Where's Rye?
Naked.
Rye's in the shower. Rye's taking a shower. She got exposed to those pod or watermelon pod spores, apparently, when we opened the door, when we closed the door. So she's decontaminating right now, and she is definitely going to be getting inoculated. We need her on this ship to be able to get it running again. And then I look over at Sham. I say, "And Sham, we need you to make sure that everything keeps running as well, because you are the one that can get things done here when it comes to heavy lifting."
Davis speaks up and says, well, she's not here for this meeting, but I'd like to vouch for Rye and say, in terms of those inoculations, we really need our tech person. There's a lot of broken equipment. If we expect to get anywhere, we're going to need her.
I think she's top priority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wilson, you got anything to say?
Yeah, Wilson, for sure.
Now, yeah, and that you notice, you see these people, you don't know who they are. You've heard that you can tell there's some crew members, but you'll notice that the lady in blonde hair, she's got a Weyland-Yutani outfit on, insignia on her, which you recognize as a generation or two older, uniform of Weyland-Yutani for staff, higher exec level. And she's just giving you, the eye, looking you up and down, is, just giving you the eye, but you could tell that she's corporate. The rest of them kind of look like, you got a black woman next to you. She's got Colonial Marine tattoos all over her, butch haircut, high crop, I should say. Sorry, not butch. High and tight haircut. And then you got a couple of med guys over on the other side, and then there looks like a ship, the captain of their ship. Anything you want to add to them, or are you just listening?
I will hold my tongue for the moment.
Okay. All right. So Flynn, and he goes, "Did you get any?" He looks to, I mean, Cooper looks to Flynn, and he goes, "Did you get a med kit and all that? I could use a couple of aspirins. Got my headache really hurts, and we're so dehydrated. Now, all right, should the rest of you maybe we could take some the hydration pills?" And he's got some. Flynn's got some, not knowing that Davis has got a bunch of others. And so he kind of hands a couple of pills out to the rest of the crew and his crew, and then takes a couple of the aspirins and all that, and it's, and it's just he takes his glasses off and he's rubbing his eyes and all that, and he goes, "Well, we've only got 3 of these serums. Who gets one? Who gets it first? We better get it in here quickly. If the spores have been activated or in the filtration system, then the whole ship's going to be infected, and your only chance of surviving is using the medication."
I'm going to speak up, and I look over at Cham. Cham, go ahead and get yours first, and then as soon as Rye gets here, she'll get hers. Then I look over at Wilson, and I just kind of get silent, and I look over at the rest of the crew, and then over at Davis, and I say, I know how to pilot as well with Davis. Right now, we only have one pilot, and plus some of my skills. Wilson, I feel like I'm in like some like live show or like one of the reality shows right now, voting him off. Wilson, you since we've been on this mission, you've not told us anything. Just sat in your office.
Davis
Except
looks very smug as she's listening to this.
you have told us you don't want us to do anything unless you give us a yes or no, but then you weren't the first one to want to come over to the bridge to do that. So I think what you can do now is you can go ahead and give a yes or no when that time comes, and you can go ahead and observe these spores or whatever. It seems you know something, but we don't know. But I need to make sure I get this crew off this ship somehow, and not just mine. I need to make sure with John, we need to try to get this done. And from what I've seen, you have.
You're saying this to Wilson, right?
I'm talking to everybody, obviously, but yes, I'm looking right at Wilson.
Well, so as you're doing that, Clayton says, "Well, that's fine. I need to speak with Wilson. We need someone." She comes walking around, and she goes, "You and I need to talk privately, Wilson." She introduced herself, and she knows is Anna Clayton. I can't remember her first name. Damn it, dumbass. Lori Clayton. And she goes, "You and I need to talk. I need to kind of know what's happening here and let you know."
I think we all need to know what's happening here.
Well, it is for his ears only, but
I think anything you have to say could be said to the whole table at this point. We're in the trenches together.
She said, "You can shut up. I don't report to you."
Who do you report to? We're in the middle of nowhere.
I report to Waylon Yutani, and only that, and so does this individual.
How are you going to communicate with them?
Well, we'll find out once we get the ship underway and maybe Mother up. We'll find out exactly what needs to be done. But until then, this ship is still Waylon Yutani's property and will remain
okay, go
so.
Fix it.
So
yeah, pilot it.
Well, she goes, but first, y'all do need the inoculations. So get this over with so we can get this ship fixed.
And I say, my two, Rye, Cham, and myself will get the inoculation.
So
Captain's orders.
So Cooper's saying he's got one in his hand, and he's like going, "Who gets this first? I don't know what y'all are wanting, but I only got 3. Let's get it over with."
If Cham hasn't moved forward, I motion him to move forward to get it done.
Cham?
I'm just trying to figure out which one is him.
Cooper's the older man. He's the older man. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That one.
Okay. Yep. So he turns around and he, roll up your sleeve, and he's got this, vial, and it looks a little, it's a little it was kept in cold, so it looks a little frosty, but it's been thawing a little bit, and he pops you, and he kind of, he kind of, he kind of jerks his head a little bit when he does that, and you think he just like stabbed you with a big old sword, because he just did that. He did it wrong. He hit you in the wrong spot, and it just freaking hurt like hell. But he does inject you with it, okay? And you see him, and he pushes the plunger, and you just feel your arm tense up. It's, if you got the COVID shots, we'll just blame COVID. Okay, your arm's gonna hurt. I don't know if y'all got it. My arm fucking looked like hurt for 2 days, like a baseball bat. It beat the shit out of it. And so it freaking hurts, Cham. Now, while that's Cham, you just stay right there. You may not move. Oh, there goes.
To the side.
There's no, you may not move. So we go to deck A with Rye. Rye, we're going to backtrack a little bit as you run into the examination room area. This area looks like it hasn't been. This area, no, it looks fairly clean. It's got runoff because of the ice melting that's been covered the ship. You can see all that. You see, there's a first kit mate. There's a first kit area over there. It looks like it's been open and it's emptied though. However, but you do know that there are showers and wardrobes, men's on the right, women's on the left. If they even get
men's.
they be unisex. Who knows if they care back in the day, and you definitely didn't damn well care. So, you're going to move. Now you move through that door, and you stop immediately because these showers are filthy. There are egg sacs all over the place.
Why wouldn't there be?
In the drains, growing everywhere, and they, you don't want to go in that one.
Why wouldn't there be? Why that would be too silly.
So what happens when you go to the guy's room?
Yep. So yep.
Gross.
And so yeah, you don't want to use those. Okay. Okay. You're gonna go over to the other ones.
Yep.
Okay. So you move over to the other ones. You step through the door and you stop. Same thing. Eggs everywhere. Spores everywhere. Just freaking covered with everything. You're gonna, you have to clean it out to even get toward the water. And yeah, so you turn back around and you turn in and you run right into a woman is standing looking at you. Asian type of body features, facial features, long black hair, except her right side at her ear looks like it's been peeled back. The skin has been peeled back and dangling down, and she's got white stuff covering all over her. It's encrusted, and she's just kind of staring at you like a puppy dog, a German Shepherd, that you whistle, and then her head's kind of cocked, and she kind of moves like this, and this ear flaps, and moves, as she's turning, and you kind of, you can see, because she's mechanical, if you remember, there's I can't remember, you can see the tubes. Okay, and you can see what, would be the liquids that are, and they kind of squirt out a little bit as she moves. Very little, though, but most of it's crusted and gank and low, churling voice kind of go in a female, and it's got a crackle to it. Who are you?
I'm Rye. Who are you?
You? Not crew member? Why you here? danger on ship.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
Ooh. You must leave ship now.
We
Danger.
can't leave the ship now. We have to get this ship
Danger.
moving. I know it's danger. I would prefer to not be here.
And she grabs you. You know, she reaches. She's got a grip like a vice, because you know that scents are super strong. And she goes, "You leave now!" And she's just got a hold of your arm. And
I'm gonna shoot her with my shotgun.
Oh my God! So
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
She goes, "We leave now," and she's dragging you away.
And I'm still naked.
Yeah, you're naked. That's right. Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yeah. Yeah. She goes, where Kronos crew? They not in cryopods.
Can I start screaming at the top of my lungs?
Yeah.
Would anybody hear me?
No.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Not worth it.
Not unless you want to try to get to in the examination room right there. There is an intercom.
I'm going to try and wiggle away.
So, okay. Here, I need to put, sorry, let me put Ava on the map here. I didn't show her. You now understand, you think you're seeing Ava.
Right.
I will say she's still got her original suit on from back in the day. And so it says Ava on it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And so you're going to try, it's strength on strength.
Yep. It's not going to go well.
Yeah. She's got 2 successes.
I also had a success though.
You have to beat both of mine.
Do I have to roll again then?
No. You can use a story point. Your story point.
Nope. I'm going to start trying to lead her then back to the stairs to get down to B. We go this way together. We leave this way.
You must leave ship. Take you to airlock. You must get off.
Your crew is this way. Please don't take me off of the ship. It's just space out there.
Xenomorphs infect ship. Created from inoculations. It not work. It's bad.
Oh. Well, this is certainly interesting information.
And that where we'll cut from right there, as she says that. Back to the crew.
No.
As y'all are sitting there, yes, and
I knew this. I knew this like that.
Cham's got the shot. So, but you don't know it, so y'all don't know this. And Cham, you're sitting there, and he gets you the shot, and like I said, he oh my God, and he hits your arm with that shot, and just rams it into your arm. Almost like it's boing, and it's stuck in your arm, and he lets go of it, and the needle is still in your arm, and he lets go of his hand, and he's like, oh, and he's like jerking, and he's like, oh my God, and he grabs his head, he goes, oh my God, that pain, and he violently jerks, and it's almost like he's levitates off the ground and goes backwards and lands straight on top of the display table, just, and twitching. And y'all are staring at all this. All of y'all can have stress, except for Davis. Y'all can have a point of stress as you see this. And he's kicking, and the rest of the crew's, oh my God, no! What's this? They're yelling out. And you hear this crack. I mean, bone-popping crack. And
what the hell?
Then an eyeball comes flying, his right eyeball comes flying out and is gonna hit 1, 2. I got Wilson, Miller, and Davis there. So that's a D6 because Cham's behind. Actually, no, Cham is in a fair play too. We'll just roll it in here real quick. I'm gonna hit Cham. Cham, this eyeball goes and just woo it comes flying across the room and hits you square in the forehead. Boop! And then falls down on the ground. And just his eyeball with a little stalk behind it, and just kind of wibbles around a little bit, like a marble. And the eyeball is just looking, just a single eyeball is looking up at you. Watch that, and he's got little blood dribbling down his head, and Cham has the needle stuck in his arm too. They're still going boing, 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 boing. Then you hear another crack, crack, and another pop. But this time the eyeball just explodes, and you see these little hands. One hand comes out of the eyeball socket. Other one comes out of his mouth and pulls the skin.
Can I react to this?
Oh
at
hell
all?
no!
Like,
Yeah,
It's
let's
stress.
do like
It's
do like
stress.
Men in Black like thing and just
You got stress. I know you gotta let me get. And pulls out, and you see this jaw open up, and this creature. Well, we were just explaining. Now, Davis, you've seen these creatures. They were in the vial jars. Okay. And you see this, and it pulls his head partially apart, and then you hear this, and his razorback spikes just kind of make a beeline, and it cuts right through the skull, cuts the skull right in half as these things flex on his back,
what is that?
and just opens up the skull, and this thing comes out. Roll me initiative. Everybody.
Christ.
And I need to get my NPC out real quick. Let's see if it makes it. Yeah. Neomorphic Bloodburster. Come here.
Oh no.
Now,
Initiative.
all of y'all, the players, the staff,
Oh, there it is.
yeah. So
Trying to find the initiative again. I can't.
It's
find it.
it's on the combat tab. It's on the left hand side. It's the
Okay,
first
got it.
one. All right, Clayton. Yeah, they all back. Oh no, it's happening again.
Assholes.
Okay, so Rye, you can roll initiative, but you're being dragged by Ava. Yeah, so you're
Can we roll?
You can roll, but you're gonna be she's dragging you. You're headed that way. You were out of combat frame, but you just needed some information that is going to be pertinent here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How do I roll initiative again? I
So
forgot
you
how.
go to on your character sheet, go
Oh.
to the combat, and on
Yep.
the left hand side, combat actions. Y'all
Yep,
will all
yep.
roll that. I will, and remember, each one of you got to have your own unique initiative. So
Oh, so I need to roll again.
you roll it until it gives you a number. Same thing for you, Wilson and Miller. Yeah.
There
Hey.
it goes.
Did somebody roll a 3 before me?
Yeah. Someone got a 3 before you. So, wait, no.
I got the 3 first. I think.
Oh, two. Yeah. So
Miller
give me.
got the
Okay, Miller got the 3
first.
first. In here, then I'll put it in there. Okay. Wilson, you need to roll yourself initiative, please. Oh, you did a
Didn't I?
5.
A 5,
Yeah, it
yeah.
didn't take for some reason. Okay, here, I'll give it to you. Okay. And the neomorph that's come out of the person's head is going to roll a 1. So the neomorph gets to go first. And that's where we'll hold until next week.
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Yay.
Man.
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
If it's something that it seems like the workers always get the short end of the stick in every movie and every game. It seems like Cham and Rye are just really getting like blown over on everything. Like
I
the
don't know
bad
what
luck
you're
of this
talking
inn.
about.
And I'm naked.
I'm going to get ripped apart. Y'all are going to have to deal with it.
I was blown up with the ship, so I
Yeah,
guess that's
if
not
Wilson
true,
can survive that, y'all can survive anything. So nicely done. I was just wigging there in the beginning. How the hell am I going to weave this all together? So that was interesting. Good job, and thank y'all for each one of y'all taking your turns and holding on. I know try to get everybody involved, but it's a little hard sometimes. But that worked out, and I was not trying to make it feel rushed, but I needed everybody back to the bridge to get this part activated. And so yes, it's just a flesh wound. as Flynn is not Flynn, but Cooper is twitching on the table now with this creature coming out of his brain area, and using his brain, using his abilities to crack his head open like a walnut. Any questions? Other than that, it's a great job. So,
Thanks, Duff.
Thank you.
Thanks for DMing this great wholesome game.
Isn't
not
it
stressful at
wholesome?
all.
Isn't it? Isn't it? So
Just a story about friendship and being able to overcome things together.
very nice. All right. Yes, we will hold there until next week, folks, as we proceed on, and they have to figure out. They have so much before them now, but now they have this. Yes, they have a rodent problem, and must deal with the rodent. And so we will pick it up next Thursday. So don't forget, we're back Saturday. The ladies, we've got a little Rise Against the Slave Lords happening, and then we're back full next week with we've got our Strixhaven game on Monday, and then back here Wednesday for Destroyer of Worlds, and then Thursday for Carry the Gods. We still have our podcast that's on Spotify and Apple Music or Apple Podcast. Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, DM by DM Loco. And then, as Nightsteed will tell you, Chan will tell you, we have Ace Texas University that is on our YouTube channel. A new episode just got released, and they're getting ready to go. I don't think y'all played this last week, right? So, yep. So,
No.
all that. So, they're getting ready to try to play again, and we'll get that edited as soon as possible and put up there. So, those are our shows for the moment. Any of y'all want to tout what you got coming up? Want people to come over and hang out on y'all's channels with? We'll start with Miller.
Yeah, I'm Winged Horizon, or Josh, and you can find me playing on Gen Con TV this Sunday with Nerd Botchery Adventures, and we're playing the D&D adventure Isle Dread. You can join us at from 6 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope to see you there. It'd be great to see some of you in the chat.
All right. Davis?
Guys, I'm Darling Creepshow, and you can find me on everything as Darling Creepshow. And I will be on my channel on Sunday evening playing Descent into Avernus starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's the next thing happening for me.
Rye?
Yeah, we got our Sunday game, like Creep said, and then I have my Monday. We have episode 2 of Dev Talks starting at it's early. It's a 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so that's 3 p.m. Eastern. For you guys, I'm gonna have Alien Games playing Everblade, their little roguelite RPG game, and I'm very excited about it. So come on by, watch me interview a developer about their game while I play their game.
Mm-hmm. Cam, other than anything other than ETU?
No, I've just got a Ava bad fan art that I need to work on.
Very good. And I see your DM Eric Bleish is in the chat, who is the DM for the game master for Savage Worlds ETU. Wilson, what about you, sir?
I will be running my usual D&D 5e Descent to Avernus campaign. You can find me on either Darling Creepshow or Little Bones' channel. You can pick your poison for that, but I'll be there.
Okay. All right, folks, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. We had a few cheer bits and all that, so we'll try to remember that is a free roll or re-roll for someone when needed. You never know when that might come up. And we'll be back here next Thursday. So until then, be good. Take care. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.